And he was on on
Pepto-Bismol Island, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fatallunch podcast. That's our intro. Roll that song. Damn it, that was an epic burp. I forgot the mics were off. Welcome to the Fatallunch podcast. Oh. I swear we haven't been sitting here for 45 minutes trying to convert a TDMX to a Word document.
Yeah, my bad.
That's not what happened whatsoever. Today's episode, well, let's intro. Pallet, take it away. Tell us who we are.
We are...
While I sip this delicious Red 40.
We are the... Let's see.
We are the world.
I'm trying to think of something funny here.
We are recording.
We are the Fatallunch podcast. We got PJG, who's looking like Grimace right now. We got he's looking like Grimace, but very stylish.
Look like Grimace.
And then we got Willer Biller right there. He's got his Tales from the Crypt hat, the famous one. He's right there. He's saluting. And then we got me. I'm taking over Will's spot. I'm the main host now.
Yep.
That's fine. That's fine.
Producer Palette. According to Producer Palette.
That's what China wants too, because I was remember the episode I was criticizing Xi Jinping a while back.
Hold on, let's settle this.
I feel like that's what they would want.
Let's settle this once and for all. You ready? Hey, ChatGPT, how you doing today? Hey, could you tell me who the main host of the Fatallunch podcast is?
Hey there, absolutely. The main host of the Fatallunch podcast is Will. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the podcast or anything else, just let me know.
Oh, so
I am
loud.
gonna have to bump that audio down. There you go.
Well, undefeated, man.
Get ready. Get ready for
all good.
I win 1-0.
Woo! 1-0.
1-0.
Get ready for our animation content to come out. Come on, monkey.
Okay.
Our next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, my ChatGPT drank his coffee today.
I know. I know what you want, Copeland.
Oh yeah.
A nice glass of Red 40. Come on, monkey.
This episode's about cemeteries. Will's going to present us with a little thing he wrote. Remember, we spun the wheel. But before we get into that, Will was gracious enough to give us our Christmas gift.
Oh, yeah. I want you guys to open. I don't know if you're going to save it for the end or open it now, whatever you guys want to do.
Just open it now.
Okay. Oh, the joke is that there is no main host to the Fatallunch piece, but you know that because you listen to the show. It's all of us.
Well, I'm not the main host, but
I'm 1/3 of the main host of the FLP. But,
you want to come grab one side of this with me, or do you want me to just open it?
Open it and give me the sides that look good.
AI keeps saying I'm the main host.
I'll close my eyes and you can hand it to me.
Okay. So this is to both of you from me. You might need a knife to open it.
Well, it just so happens that I am 1/4 redneck and I carry a large knife.
All right, tell me when you're going to hand it.
Yeah, it's not a knife.
Let me just cut towards myself in a fast jerking motion.
Of course, make sure...
Same when you lift.
Actually, I'm not going to make any of those jokes because I don't want this podcast to be canceled.
Just wrapped up like a pipe bomb.
So,
you know what? You guys tricked AI because you guys kept making all the jokes about me being the main host. It thinks I'm the main host. That's what happened.
All right. So PJG, he finally reviewed my thing. He said Fleetwood Mac Sabbath. I know Fleetwood McDonald's is
that's for super producer.
Super producer.
If it's got an SP on it, it's for super producer. If it's got a G on it, it's for Goose.
All right.
Oh, show off! I've got to show off the card. Got to show off zoom in on the card.
All right,
first.
hold it still.
Okay.
I'll punch in.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
This one's got the tunak guy and a goonch catfish.
Let's see.
Oh, I failed. Sorry, Pallet.
You dropped it?
I tried to throw it in your hand. It was a little short.
Oh.
All right, yeah, Goose, the bubble wrap's for you.
Okay.
And the card's for you.
All right, let's see what I got.
And your card's on the floor, super producer.
Ooh, I'll check the card first. Check the card first.
Giving the people a little ASMR.
Two weeks after Christmas, or 3 weeks after, whatever it is.
Oh, nice! I got a Roswell sticker.
Nice.
You can open up a producer cam real quick while I unwrap this.
Oh, nice MXPX stickers. I like these.
So I got you guys some sticks. Some sticks.
Obviously, got my favorite aliens on my favorite subject. A band I like, MXPX.
Okay, so far I see a Moscow Mule mug. We'll let Aiden. We'll let producer Pallet finish his real quick.
Oh yeah, I'll open this thing real quick. I swear, bro. It's gonna be a shirt that says "I love aliens" or something.
Hopefully, it's some K-Cope Ministries gear.
What is this? Oh my God! Jimmy
Carter 76.
Oh my
in
God!
retro colors.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Thank
so
you, Will.
sick.
the peanut farmer himself.
I love it.
Yeah. I thought you liked that.
Jimmy Carter shirt.
I saw that. I'm like, dude, I gotta get that for Aiden. He'll love that.
That's sick. Jimmy Carter shirt.
Okay.
So far, I got a Moscow Mule mug. Oh yeah. Sorry to take you out of your swamp. Moloch, you have company. A 3D printed Shrek Buddha.
Oh, is that from that like story of that woman who prayed for it?
Exactly where I got it from. Exactly where I got it from. Yeah.
That's staying right up front and center.
Yeah.
And
So Goose, your mug is a copper mug. It's from India. In India for a long time, they thought that like copper had health properties, so they would drink tea and whatever out of like copper like kettles and copper mugs and stuff. And it's straight from India.
and I just noticed the Easter egg.
Yeah. And there's an Easter egg on the bottom of it.
It's got Shrek's donkey wearing a USSR hat. Okay, you won't be able to see it. I'll put a picture of it in post.
Here, wait. I mean,
yeah, it's like Vedic. I think it's called like Vedic health practices or something. But yeah, they drink a lot. They think there's supposed to be a bunch of health benefits to drinking stuff out of copper. So
well, copper is antimicrobial.
Yeah, so it's and there's lots of microbes in India.
And arguably one of the worst world flags.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Not because we dislike the country or anything, but because look at that simple. Except for it has that. What is that wheel in the middle called? Like the Diwali wheel or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's like the wheel of. Is it like the wheel of life or something? Or?
You know what? Oh, wait, you know what? I won't put this on my laptop now. We need to get the video from Bismillah first. It might be a Pakistani, and I don't know if they really get along with Indian people.
We'll put a Pakistani one on my
if he makes a good video, we'll support.
Yeah. Pakistan hating India? No.
I don't know. I don't want to. Actually, I do hear there are benefits out of drinking out of copper. My only thing with this is it lead solder?
You wanna?
You know what I mean? Like he gets.
It's from India, so I can't tell you.
It's pretty sick though. I like it.
Gonna be an army and destroy India.
You can just drink cold drinks out of it. You know.
I'll wash it. I was gonna put some of my Red 40 in it today.
Yeah, for sure. Wash it.
Came straight. I mean, literally came from India.
I love this Roswell sticker.
It's funny.
Yeah. So I thought you liked the Roswell sticker. You know, since aliens are your favorite subject.
Yeah, I love aliens. My favorite. Dad hates aliens.
We made a 2-hour tome of Roswell. Last episode, it's up in this corner right here. Go check out the last episode, y'all. And comment. Just comment on all of the episodes. Just comment. Even if you watch 2 minutes of it, just comment down. Go, I watched 2 minutes of it. That's all I watched. And, subscribe. Subscribing's free. It's free. Come on. What are we at? 70, 75 subscribers now?
Yeah, 74, 75. Gotta punch up those numbers. I want to subscribe, people.
I want to break 100. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I
want to break like 1,000, but that's down the road. That's down the road. Yeah. There's got to be a number we break, or it'll double. Like in Yeah, well,
I think breaking the first 1,000 is the hardest, and then I think 10,000 after that, and then 100,000, and I think 1 million. Those are like the big hard milestones about.
We got to break out of the algorithm matrix.
This is the year. We're also gonna buy. We're gonna pay. We'll talk money after the pod. But we're gonna get really rolling again. I haven't been releasing any shorts. I haven't been shotgunning shorts down people's throats. So I thought you were gonna say something about it.
I just love Shrek on the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
He's not building 7.
Building 7.
Building 7. All right.
So, Will, what are you talking about today?
Okay, so did you guys want to add? We can do it later, I guess. I was going to add a couple topics to the wheel, but
Crack it open. It should be open already.
okay,
If not, just you know where to find it.
okay.
I added a couple today. I added.
Did you bookmark it?
Yeah, it'll be that one, the colorful one. I added the Hypogeum on there. You guys are familiar with the Hypogeum in Malta?
I am not familiar with that. Oh yeah. So I was thinking, should we do I was thinking
Anything you think of, you can add.
Oh, is Elizabeth Bathory on there?
No.
Okay, we'll add Elizabeth.
Great story,
Yeah.
though. I'm actually very familiar with it.
Oh my god, wait, the card. I just realized who's on it. I'm gonna keep this in my room. All right,
Throw
what's up?
Bathory on there. Spelt the way it sounds.
That?
Yeah, Bathory. The vampire. Don't put the vampire. I'm just saying. You can actually, if you want, you can open up the wheel.
I haven't heard any podcasts really talk about her or something. Maybe we could do it.
I forgot.
She's a horrible human being, but she'll be interesting.
Well, if you get it to research, I don't want to spoil it. The story might not be true. She was a real person,
Yeah.
but the story might have been made up just to steal her land.
They wouldn't do that in Romania though.
Because
They're
women,
they're good, wholesome people there.
yeah, women can't own land. Give us a spin just to see what it lands on, just for fun. Oh, well, Will needs to spin anyway.
Yeah.
Because he's doing so. Let
Let's
it
see what
stop.
you got, Will.
Let it stop and let him tell you when to spin it. We'll just. Yeah, I want to do seashells.
Yeah.
So close it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the sea. That's a goose topic
Wait.
for sure. You're the rock. You're the rock expert.
Should we get the thing for Will real quick?
What thing? Am I tripping? Oh, the fish sauce. Oh yeah, Will still needs to take a punishment, but first, Will, let him know when you want him to spin, and that'll be your next topic
Okay, should we do the USS Liberty?
to put on there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, put it on there.
Yeah, put the
Anything
USS Liberty.
Can I put the Donut Paz?
you want. Anything you guys want.
Dude, I have a book on the Donner Pass. So yeah, you can put that on there.
I love ships. Dad knows I love ships.
Yeah, anything.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Donner Pass.
No, he's talking about the boat. Anything you want to put on there. Is the USS Liberty? Is that the one where everybody got to eat my sharks?
No, you're thinking of the Indianapolis.
Yeah, put
the USS Liberty is the ship that Israel attacked during the 67 war with Egypt.
Put on the Indianapolis. That one's an interesting story because like 70 people got eaten by sharks. Ship. Just put ship so we know we're not talking about the city. So I don't have to talk about the Indy 500.
We're talking about Peyton Manning.
Yeah. All right, Will, let him know when you want him to spin.
Okay.
Unless there's another topic you want to put on there.
Let's do like an Old West figure or Old West like villain, like outlaw or villain or something.
The real Doc Holliday or
Buster Scruggs. I'm just kidding.
Or we could do the Alamo because a lot of us are forgetting.
Billy the Kid.
Never forget the Alamo. Mexican American War is an interesting one.
It's where Pee Wee's bike is in the basement of the Alamo. So
yeah, actually, the peace resolution, the end of the Mexican American War is in downtown LA. You can actually go to the memorial.
Yeah,
that's down there.
I had like 3 other topics. They literally evaporated in my brain.
If you remember, we can switch back anytime. But all right, let him know when you want him to spin, and this will be your next topic.
Okay. Right. What's the Yunk or the Yakub?
The Yakub.
Oh, that's a Agartha guy.
Yeah.
I got one. Dude, we got to do him. We got only a couple like channels have talked about him. Terrari. We got to do Terrari, man.
Terrari.
Yeah, we got to do Terrari. I don't know why he's not on there already.
One of the most interesting figures in world history, and barely anybody talks about it.
Yeah.
How do you spell
it? It's Terrare, I think. Right. Terrari. It's a French name. We'll know what it is. Put Terrari space giant mouth man. Gigante.
300 fake years.
300 fake years. We debunked it last time in 2 sentences, but we can still do it.
You ready? Well,
did you put the Liberty on there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, spin.
Let's see what you do.
I thought maybe we would do this at the end of the show, but I guess we could do it now.
Please get the monkey.
Let's go.
You got the MV Wilhelm Gulfstoff. It's a boat.
Okay.
Let's go. This is okay.
Is it haunted or something?
I'm gonna tell you one thing, Will. This is the boat that had the most casualties on the planet.
It's a pretty interesting story.
Okay. When did this go down? I know nothing about this.
It's a Nazi ship.
Oh. I mean, I know about like the.
Put it in your notes so you don't forget it. Real quick, Will.
Okay.
Dude, I'm so glad you got this. I love ships, man.
I know like the Bismarck is like a famous German ship. I've never heard of the MV Wilhelm Ghost.
I don't even know.
Is there sharks in the story?
I don't know.
That joke got cut out because it didn't land. And it was kind of racist.
No, we call them star people here, Dad.
Star people.
We don't want to get canceled, you know.
Come on, brain work. No, notepad. You have to cut out some dead air. My brain.
That's fine. I'm good at it.
We got star people and moon people.
There's the star man waiting on.
Should have this. Oh, I should put this every time like Copeland comes like on my camera.
Hey guys, what's up, man?
No. We're doing fine. We gave you enough money. We're good. We're doing fine. You can go ahead and relax. You can go back to Texas and relax.
Alright.
See ya.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always missing him.
You just barely missed him again this time.
Okay. Did something happy happen to the ship, or did something
Yes.
bad happen to the ship?
They brought good news to the United States
Okay.
that they were ending the war peacefully and that we didn't need to nuke Japan.
The Nazis did.
Oh, I'm joking. None of that happened.
I know. I'm missing.
Does that have to do with the Nazis going to like the Arctic, or going to like Antarctica to like?
You will find out
Okay.
when you start to research.
This was the most deadly like of all time, but the Donut Paz was the most casualties like peaceful ship.
How does it compare to the Titanic?
A lot more deaths. A lot more.
Okay.
Because what was it? Like 1,200 died in the Titanic?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Might have been like 2,000.
I'll give you how much.
A little more ASMR for you guys out there. All right, I'm going to pull up your script.
Did the Wilhelm goal stuff?
The MV Wilhelm Gustaf got 9,000 casualties.
Woo! That is.
That's like 1.5 9/11s.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's a graph of 9/11. I'm not going to make that graph. All right, we got the wheel out of the way. We got the presents out of the way. I think there's only one thing
is it story
left
time?
to do.
Okay.
One thing left to do.
Fish sauce.
Oh yeah, do you want to go grab that real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you have to get that shit out of the way.
We'll be right back.
Fucking dreading the fish sauce.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, world. In this corner, we have at 1 pound 6 ounces, the world infamous fighter from Manila, Vanilla Gorilla, squid-based fish sauce. And in this corner, we've got roughly 200 pounds competitor. His win record against fish sauce is 0-73.
About to be 0-74.
He is taking on this challenger once and for all for the punishment wheel for not having this one ready for last week, even though it was kind of unfair because we skipped a week, but it's still pretty funny, so we're going to do it anyway. William, the Madhouse Rigatonio. All right.
Can you put Michael Bolton in the background? Like
Bolton or Buffer, the guy?
Buffer. Okay, who am I thinking of? Michael
Bolton is the singer.
Okay, all right.
Sing like this.
Yeah.
All
Maybe,
right.
maybe I got both of them.
Oh, man. This could go sideways.
All right. Ugh. All right. Let me get out of the way.
Okay, so the reason for this guy's out there, notoriously, he loves Asian food, does not like fish sauce.
I despise fish sauce. It's odious. Or is that good?
Yes, because that's a whole tablespoon.
All right.
Try not to get. Oh, you can get it on your computer.
All right.
Here he goes down the
1,
hatch.
2, 3.
It's punched in on his face. You ready? Look at the camera with your reaction. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there was a knockout punch, round 1
God.
from fish sauce.
Ugh.
Will's record continues at 0-74. Winner by knockout. Ding, 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 ding. Fish sauce. Now there's a audience. We're actually there's a boxing ring and this fish sauce is just hanging out in there. And the crowd is cheering.
Will, did it taste good?
Ugh. It's like power bait and like rotten squid and like just.
And this is the gnarly.
Hopefully it has some like fat, like some omega-3s in it.
Oh, your brain's going to be powered.
Okay.
You want to take a hit of this fish sauce palate?
You know what? I guess I gotta do that.
I lift the spoon. I don't know.
You could just trickle it in.
Okay.
Do it on camera.
Oh, God.
I will be skipping it. I do like fish sauce, but straight from the source is something I could do without. I love it. And when it's in the right proportion and some ramen, dude, some pho.
Oh
Yeah, this is the real deal.
Hey,
Welcome to my world palate.
It actually smells worse than Vegemite.
Yeah,
I can't taste Vegemite.
you can't taste
No.
it. Why?
Well, remember certain
Oh, here you go,
people.
hold on.
Okay,
Give me
watch.
can I just get the spoon?
Yeah, if you want here, just wipe
Okay.
it off.
Or let me like.
There's a
Dude.
star. Man, I got some red 40 for you if you want to chase it.
Yeah.
I Tony Shalhoubed it, so yeah, just kind of wipe it on your shirt, I guess.
Tony Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub, that's a reference he doesn't get. He monked it.
I monked it right
You
now.
get it because Tony Shalhoub was monk?
God, my mouth just smells like squid,
It actually smells like something I'd catch a fish with, dude.
it's
Like that
wicked, dude.
magic bait catfish. Here he goes.
Oh! Dude, it legit tastes like fucking power bait.
Yeah, it's bad.
It does add good flavor to food, though.
Ugh.
Where
Here, toss him this red 40.
Yeah, you need the red 40s. Oh, the red 40 is always there for you when you need it.
oh my god.
We need to soundproof this room a little bit. I'm getting a lot of echo in this mic. Check. Well, we'll be out
We
of
have
here.
the closet.
That's good.
The studio storage unit is open.
The August. We're out of here in August. So say your calendars. New studio around August.
This is a
It'll be glorious.
This is a good let's see. Non-brand thing.
Yeah, unless this brand wants it. I'm gonna blur it, but let me see the bottle. I'm gonna blur the actual name, but if this brand wants, I use this almost every day. I love it. It's one of my favorite products.
Yeah,
this and Liquid IV. I might blur that. Love it. If you recognize what this is, even though it's blurred the name, if you guys want a piece of the Fatallunch podcast,
This guy
come on in.
This guy loves drink fizzer, so
Oh, dude, I love that. I'm so happy I tore it down and started using it again.
No fish sauce on the first date.
No fish sauce on the first date. Ladies and gentlemen, Cemeteries.
Can we get Strung Out Cemeteries? Okay, copyright music.
Yeah.
Everyone go play Strung Out Cemeteries on YouTube. It's a fantastic song. But we can't, copyright issues, we can't do it here. Okay, so
back to my intro card. Ladies and gentlemen, Cemeteries. And then there'll be some sort of effect right there.
new jazz fingers. Yeah. Okay, so the FLP proudly presents Wilbur's report on the brief history of cemeteries, funerals, and afterlife beliefs. Okay, so let's start. Cemeteries. And then I might ask you guys to look up some pictures or something once in a while, and maybe we could break it up with we
we haven't even done an opening clip or anything.
we haven't done an opening. I'm surprised we haven't done like a dude drink, having like pickle moonshine or something. It's actually quite good. Like I'm gonna give that theory a theory. Okay, cemeteries have always occupied a place of reverence and morbid fascination with humanity, a somber, peaceful, and peculiar place where the dead are prepared beforehand and ritually buried. A ceremony with family and a spiritual official takes place during the interment. This first paragraph is a little poetic.
I got fish sauce on my hands.
I'll calm down. I'll calm down on the poetry after the first paragraph. They're given a marker of some type, such as a head or gravestone, with a brief description of their full name, birth and death dates, and sometimes contain a personal motto, a line from a poem, a Bible quote, a brief description of their life. It's often avoided by the living and visited occasionally by family and kin. Cemeteries serve as a place to honor and remember the departed. They remind us uncomfortably that we too someday, either sooner or later, will depart from this world, and our earthly remains will perhaps end up in one. It's humanity's effort to hold on symbolically to something we cannot change, the inevitability of death. They are given tremendous significance in most cultures. It's defined as one of the behaviors that makes humanity different from the rest of Earth's many creatures. Cemeteries seem to serve as a symbolic link between the realm of the living, the remains of the once alive, and the hope that we go on to a better world that lies beyond the troublesome, challenging, and impermanent one we all currently occupy. In this report, we'll briefly go over the development and evolution of cemeteries, and we will also briefly look at some popular beliefs about the afterlife in various cultures throughout. So it's hard to say exactly when humanity started burying their dead. Okay, this is all like some anthropology and archaeology goo, so you'll like this stuff.
Also, all I'm smelling is fish sauce right now.
Dude, that's like my breath is 85% fish sauce.
What do we got to flavor it up in here?
You guys want to give me a breath mint or like or something, to get away the
Anything.
There's a reason I avoid fish sauce,
Yeah. But, rules are the rules.
Rule, yeah, that's why I did it. I'm a
By the
trooper.
way, I trimmed my beard down and I got a haircut. I took like 8 inches off my hair. Used to be all the way halfway down my back. Feels good, feels light. Anyway, cemetery, sorry.
Okay. Some of the earliest evidence of intentional burials come from the Kafza cave in Israel and the Galilee region. In the Galilean Sea, right? Home to about 25 human beings spanning tens of thousands of years were found there. The bodies are widely believed to have been intentionally buried here, owing to the dozens of funerary objects at the site, such
Tens
as
of thousands of years, so we're talking prehistoric man included.
yeah,
That's crazy.
it's going a ways back. Some of the funerary objects were seashells and different tools and relics tinted with red ochre, which is kind of a natural paint, pigment.
Now, did they get those seashells by the seashore from some bitch named Sally?
Yes.
Because she owes me money.
Yes. Food offerings have always been found in these grave sites. The oldest skeletons date back to about 100,000 years ago and possibly 130,000 years ago. This is before the Upper Paleolithic. Burials are a type of behavior that are associated with more abstract and creative thinking. Abstract meaning like conceived as an idea, not a physical form.
Yeah,
right?
not just subsistence living, but like able to do more than just feed themselves every day.
The idea of like a table or a chair or a tree would be a form, like a physical object, and like the idea of romance would be like, an idea in your head. It's not like if it's not a physical object, right?
An axiom, some call it.
Yeah. And creative thinking along with creating art and wearing clothes for fashion and utility's sake. There's some debate regarding other earlier hominid ancestors burying their dead. There's some disagreement in the anthropological community about this. Homo heidelbergensis. Are you familiar with Homo heidelbergensis?
I am.
Okay.
Pallet, are you familiar with our cousin heidelbergensis?
Yeah.
Found in the caves, the Heidelberg caves.
Yeah. I think I'm 80% Homo heidelbergensis more than I am. I'm more Homo heidelbergensis than I am sapien. I feel like
you're making me Homo erectus right now. No, heidelbergensis, I don't want to spoil it, but I believe they found bodies in a cave, essentially, like they were burying their friends in a cave.
I'm the missing link.
You are. Hold on one second. Pause.
What was that?
I don't know, but it was behind us.
Keep moving, don't stop.
These graves are everywhere.
This way, toward the gate.
Cemetery scared.
I think we lost it.
You think? I heard something right there.
What was that?
That's going to play right here in between us. You'll see what we were looking at, but for the cemeteries, that was me and Will running scared through a cemetery.
I thought Monkey was going to show up, but
I should have put that in there, but I cued it real quick.
Okay. Homo heidelbergensis is one of the closest ancestors to modern humans. They lived about 700,000 to 200,000 years ago.
Hot diggity dog.
In Europe and Africa. Many scientists agree that they also buried their dead. A cave in Spain has remains of these hominids. The bodies were placed together in a cave with tools like hand axes and other objects. The cave dates to about 400,000 years ago. The site is, I'm going to butcher my Spanish here, but Cima de los Huesos.
Pronunciation right here?
Yeah. Some scholars are less conceived that HHB, or Homo heidelbergensis, I don't have to keep saying that, had similar burial customs to modern humans, arguing that the bodies were placed there to avoid them being dug up by scavengers. This line of argument, however, begs the question, though, why would HHB be upset by scavengers eating their dead if they weren't sufficiently developed enough to engage in this type of more complex behavior?
You want to pull up a picture of a Heidelbergensis?
Yeah, let's definitely do that.
So Pallet's going to pull up a picture of our Homo friend.
So sapiens descended from Homo heidelbergensis and probably Neanderthals too.
Yeah. See, cute little fella. Look at that cute little fella. Yeah, there he is.
Handsome, right?
That's our boy. I like the jacked one at the bottom with that hot ass woman.
What's it? When you select someone on a dating profile, do you swipe right?
You know what? I've never used a dating app.
Well, how many ladies see that on their dating profile? Are they swiping right?
Ooh, I bet he buries his dead.
You're right.
That's what she says. I bet he puts his dead in a cave so he can't get predated.
You're right, Will. I do see the similarities.
Yeah, there he is. Wait, don't take it down.
That's a man's man right there.
Look, it's got here, move the cursor real quick. Look, it's got a Tales from the Crypt hat on and some glasses.
Yeah.
Check him out.
He's seen a thing or two.
As a matter of fact, download that image and I'm going to put that in Sora and make some slop with it. I'm going to put that in old Sora, make a Will slop with it. Have him host a podcast.
I wonder if this guy's been every everywhere on Earth too.
No, I think they were on the European steppe, which would be like just below the glaciers.
Yeah, I think they're more in Europe, I think, but they were in Africa too. Because I mean, they like 700,000 to like.
It's a long time ago.
So
when does Out of Africa start? Google this real quick. Out of Africa.
All right.
Out of Africa theory, and see when they think that, because clearly they were out of Africa, but when do and who were the first out of Africa? Was it?
I'm gonna say it's Ergaster or Erectus.
Well, Erectus was the longest living one.
Yeah.
They were around for like 2 million years.
I think Pithecus and Habilis were like just stuck in
Weren't
Africa.
Neanderthals like the shortest?
Who? Yeah.
Yeah, they're short. They're stocky. They're like built and stocky.
You mean height wise?
No, like the living.
No, us for sure.
Yeah.
We've only conceivably been around for about 300,000 years.
We killed the Neanderthals, right?
Yeah, we interbred with them.
Yeah.
Essentially killing them by outbreeding them. Go down and see when it's hypothesized when we came out of Africa. Homo sapiens.
Yeah.
Homo sapiens originated in Africa, migrated to populate the rest of the world. There's evidence supporting its model from genetics, fossil records, and archaeological findings 200 to 300,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Interesting, because the people in Papua New Guinea, they're the oldest DNA of unchanged population in the world, and they got there, I think, longer ago than that.
Aren't the oldest people in the Congo though, right?
Second oldest is the Congo. The first oldest is Papua New Guinea. Isn't that crazy?
Is that like the Florentiensis?
No. The people that live there today have the longest unbroken chain of genetics out of any humans that's ever lived. Of us. Of sapiens. So this is just out of Africa for Homo sapiens. This isn't out of Africa for Naledi, Denisovan, Erectus. This is just for us, I guess.
Yeah, 2 or 3 of those we'll talk about. Not the Denisovans, unfortunately, but
some pretty cool stuff coming up with them. The Dragon Man skull, they believe is Denisova, but let's get back to cemeteries.
Yeah,
I want to do a whole series on humans. We have a crazy, they've in the last 10 years have learned so much about our story. It's interesting and really cool. And I love you. Let's go.
Okay. Some scholars are less convinced that HHB had similar burial customs to modern humans, arguing that the bodies were placed there to avoid them. Sorry, I already read this. Okay. Some gauges type of more complex.
It was Australia, not Papua New Guinea, by the way. It's Australia. It's the Aboriginals have the longest unbroken genetic chain.
Okay. There is some evidence that a smaller hominid named Homo naledi buried their dead earlier than modern humans. A cave system found in South Africa houses some of their remains. Although this is rejected by most anthropologists, the burial sites don't contain the post-mortem tool and prepared burial site evidence that other Paleolithic sites contain.
Have you seen these guys, the Homo naledi? They're cute, they're cute little guys.
Yeah, they're like 4
feet tall.
And smaller cranial capacities.
Yeah, they look more apish than we did.
And as I'll talk about in here, they used what was in their environment, so that they used rocks and sticks and stuff, but they didn't make their own tools like other like hominids with bigger brains.
Yeah, well, because they were from like 1 million years ago or something. They're old.
Yeah. Neanderthals also buried their dead. Similar, should I say Thals or Tals? I'm just go Thals. It's the old one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Similar to HHB and Homo.
There's a difference though.
Sapiens.
Okay, we're going to take one break.
Okay.
Type this into Google again, Jamie. I mean, producer palette. What's the difference between Neanderthal and Neanderthal?
Pronunciation?
No, but there's a difference.
To answer your question earlier, palette, yeah, there was violence between Cro-Magnon, Homo sapiens, and the Neanderthals, and there were times I think where they cooperated. You know.
Well, we clearly interbred with them because anybody of non-sub-Saharan African descent has Neanderthal DNA in them, and sub-Saharan and certain Asian cultures have Denisova DNA in them. If you can't find a difference, well, I'll look it up. I'll put it right here.
No, it's just autocorrect.
I hate that autocorrect. That's the new AI autocorrect is aggressive, and it's 90% wrong. And if you accidentally hit enter, it'd be like, who makes Cinnabon? You'll click it and it's like, oh, the Autobahn. That was made by Hitler. You're like, I didn't want the Autobahn. I wanted Cinnabon.
Pretty sure you want to know about Hitler. And
yeah. No. You want to know about Hitler. Your fat ass needs to slow down anyway.
Neanderthals are Homo sapiens.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It's they're different lineage. They're different lineage.
There's something Neanderthal and Neanderthal. There's a reason you say them differently that I can't remember what it was. But anyway. Continue.
Neanderthals also buried their dead, similar to HHB and Homo sapiens. Neanderthals thals date from about 400,000 years ago to 40,000 years ago. They may have lived in smaller numbers beyond the 40,000 year mark, which is the case, or they may have bred with Homo sapiens from that time, which they did. There's evidence of refined tool usage amongst all these hominids.
Yeah, they were way smarter than we used to give them credit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that, they have huge, they have like Homo sapien sized skulls. You know.
Have you seen the camp they just discovered in Oregon? They discovered I don't think it was a Neanderthal camp, but they've discovered a camp that's like 30 or 40,000 years old up in Oregon, which pushes back North American human habitation even further. Anyway, continue.
Okay.
We'll do a whole episode on humans.
Yeah. Then it's going to be massive. There isn't any evidence to suggest that, and we talked about Naledi already, about they used what was in their environment, but they didn't refine tools. Like they didn't take a stick from like a creek and turn it into a spear, or make a what did Homo sapiens and HHB use to throw spears?
Atlatl.
They didn't make an atlatl. Yeah, so we can't pronounce it.
I always wanted to try one of those.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I have.
Have you tried one?
Yeah.
Is it easy or is it kind of cooked?
It's like a slingshot for a spear, right?
It is.
It's kind of hard starting, but it's fun to use.
Okay.
Successful tool, probably around for a couple 100,000 years.
There isn't any evidence to suggest that Homo erectus or Ergaster, who lived about 1.7 to 1.4 million years ago, buried their dead. I'm a little skeptical of that claim though, because they were smart enough to make tools. And so if you're smart enough to like pick up a rock and try to shape it into like a knife, or like to, make a spear or something, like you're probably smart enough. You're close to being smart enough to like bury your dead or to make art. So.
Maybe, but also there was a lot of cannibalism.
Yeah.
With Homo
Neanderthals
erectus.
talk.
Yes, they definitely had voice boxes. And this is more evidence, the new evidence coming out, because for a long time we didn't think they had complex enough biology to talk, but they now know for certain they did. That means for sure there was a caveman language, which is crazy to think about. Because they had, art. They had, a lot of the old art we give to Homo sapien, a lot of the old cave art, starting to become more evident that it's Neanderthal art. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. So I wrote down I nerded out and wrote like cranial capacities, like their average height, their average weight, and whether they made tools or buried their dead or not. So
we can do two things. You can read it, or I can just put the picture here.
Yeah, just put the picture there.
Picture's here, and I'm going to give it a 10-second pause right now with a little bit of Jeopardy style music, not Jeopardy music. And here you go. And we're back. I hope you learned about their size. You didn't include foot or dick size, I noticed.
No, I'll leave that to Flint Dibble. Yeah.
Yeah, calling you out, Flint Dibble. Tell me how big a Neanderthal dick was, huh? If there was no pre-Ice Age civilization, huh? Can't prove it.
Yeah, that's not my specialty. So I appeal to the experts.
Atlantis
on that one.
was real. I know because they all had 8-inch cocks. I can prove it.
Okay.
Got you, Dibble. You got diddle, Dibble.
Yeah. So we should note that larger.
By the way, Flint Dibble, I have nothing but respect for you. It's clearly a joke.
We're a comedy podcast, okay? Larger cranial capacity doesn't necessarily mean higher IQ. Neanderthals, man, have a larger average brain case than modern humans do, but they didn't quite have the IQ ability of modern humans. And honestly,
I call bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
That's like saying this BMW doesn't pass the Mercedes test because it's, it doesn't, it doesn't work with Mercedes. What I'm trying to say is, how can you base the intelligence of a different subspecies off of the intelligence of another species? Yeah. You're already fucking up the test before you begun. IQ test is for Homo sapien, not Neanderthal. If you stuck a modern human out into the American steppe, he would die from a woolly mammoth immediately. Yeah. We wouldn't. They had environmental intelligence. Now, if we gave one of them an iPhone, they'd probably look up porn immediately. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Have you heard about uncontacted village tribes in the Amazon? They're given smartphones. The first thing they did was look up porn, and then that was wrecking their culture. Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is lower IQ. I don't understand why people say that. It's all environmental and it's all circumstantial. this idea of IQ is such a, and this is going to sound super liberal, blah, blah, blah. But the idea of like a standard IQ is so Western centric and dumb.
I agree.
It's not real. It's not real.
It is important,
there
but
are people
you can't make like,
well, what I mean is,
you know,
people not everybody's born with the same horsepower.
Yeah.
Clearly there are adults who aren't as, let's say, sentient as other adults. Some that have challenges learning, some that, you know, without disability have challenges learning. But to say Neanderthal, because they had the same size brain, but we know for a fact it was dumber, it's kind of crazy. Why? Because they didn't build a Buick. Like, you know, they were fighting for their fucking lives every day. I mean, they had saber-toothed tigers and lions and, you know, well, no, those were early.
And giant sloths and stuff.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I got to be on team human. I gotta be the devil's advocate here and be on team human. Who won the Ice Age Wars, Goose? Was it the Neanderthals or was it Homo sapiens?
Dude, the Neanderthals,
We're number one.
No.
We're
they're
number
hiding.
one.
They're under Mount Shasta in Agartha right now because they're smart enough. They ascended our mortal plane.
Yeah. So yeah, like I agree with you though about I think that they were nearly as smart or almost as smart
they were
as
around,
like
for how long they were around. They had to be at least as intelligent as at least a little more intelligent than their environment, at least to survive. And also, they're still around. They're just in our DNA. Yeah. So they're still kind of kicking around. But anyway, continue. That was the size of them. And also, checkmate, Flint and Dibble. Go fucking Neanderthal. Again, I love Flint and Dibble. I would love to actually talk to him.
Hashtag Team Graham Hancock. Okay.
When he did this argument with Graham, he's bringing up some really interesting points about the grain and stuff.
He's really smart. I got to give it to Flint Dibble. He's very, very smart.
He was never able to flesh out any of that because I understand the argument was about the past culture and the evidence and, you know, we're a culture with amnesia and stuff like that. But I watch his YouTube channel and he's actually, like I said, really good archaeology. I mean, it's really cool shit. Yeah. So shout out Neanderthal, but go fuck a Flint Dibble. See how I flipped it?
The Paleolithic era spans from about 3.3 million years ago to about 10,000 BC or BC. I like BC. BC is cool, but BCE just is before the Common Era. BC is before Christ. I know, like, we're a secular world and we don't like Christian terminology, but so I'll use them kind of interchangeably. Okay.
We'll I like it. I like it better as BB before Buddha, maybe, or, you know, if we want to get into real deep religions. But no, I'm not gonna make that joke. Anyway, go ahead.
It is an era defined by the use of stone tools by modern humans and their descendants. It's broken into three sections: the early period, the middle period, and the late period.
3.3 million years ago. Who was walking around 3.3 million?
I think Habilis and maybe the end of Australopithecus. I didn't really go into them because I mean, like, you know, but they'd be an interesting like side topic down the road, you know.
Well, we'll put it on the wheel, or we'll just all study for it because the history of humanity is actually very interesting. And like I said, it's been cooking for the last 10 or 20 years.
Yeah. Okay. So the LP, which is the lower Paleolithic, was a period defined by early humans who evolved in Africa and began to migrate to other parts of the world. Their development of stone tools. Now there may have been hominids in Asia at this time. I don't know. Like, you know,
there definitely were, but I don't know. Well, no, I can't say definitely.
Yeah,
but
there's more fossils found in Africa. That's what we know for now. Okay.
But Vietnam, Cambodia, that region of quote unquote Indochina is an extremely rich. And just like Congo, there's a problem doing archaeology there. Just war-torn, landmines, blah, blah, blah. But yeah.
Okay. The MP is the middle period, the middle Paleolithic. This period saw the emergence of Homo sapiens, the modern human species, and humans began to develop more advanced stone tools and showed evidence of cultural practices such as burial rituals. And the UP is the upper Paleolithic, and this period is marked by significant advancements in human culture, technology, and art. And humans developed new stone tools and began to create arts and do cave paintings and things like that, and sculptures. Okay, and everything after the UP is known as the Neolithic Age, and that's like beyond 10,000 BC, like coming closer to the present, and that includes like domestication of animals and farming and building settlements and stuff. And like centralization, you know, like, or as I like to call it, I made a joke on the show that we're going to talk about, like, we're going to rename all the parts of history. So like the Cambrian age, because since I like trilobites, we're going to change the Cambrian to the trilobite age.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then I made a joke about, and it's a terrible nerd joke. It's not going to go anywhere, but I'm going to do it anyways. Like the Neolithic age is going to be called the Settlers of Catan age.
It just punched in on your face, and now it's playing a bass line from Seinfeld, and there is canned laughter. But one boo.
Yeah.
One boo. Who are you? You stop moving.
Right, you got to get them sheep cards to make those.
What? That
to
joke fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
That one audience member. Hey, security, can you kick this guy?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, get the fuck off me.
Yeah, there he goes. He's out. All right.
Okay.
Settlers of Catan.
Okay.
More like settlers of.
Your mom.
And then I'm going to voice over something funny.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Quiz time, Palette.
Shit.
What came first in humanity's with humanity's ancestors? The burial of the dead or like art?
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Burial of the Dead.
Okay. Okay. The oldest example of figurative cave art has been discovered in the Indonesian island of Sulawesi.
Sulawesi? Wesley Sulawesi?
Sulawesi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Whatever.
The word is right here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do a how to pronounce.
I apologize to Indonesia. The painting of a wild pig and 3 human-like figures is at least 51,200 years old. And it's more than 5,000 years older than the oldest known cave painting.
Man, a real producer would have that picture pulled up.
Painting of wild pig.
Yeah.
and three
So, Palette, you're right. Good job.
It's put a SULA. I'm joking about the producer joke. SULA. WESI, all one word. And then put cave art. So this is the 51,000-year-old cave art, which is crazy. No, it's a fat pig.
Wait, what if it was one of those Deodons? No, those didn't exist when people existed.
That's cool, man.
And it looks like it's ochre. It's always ochre. We need to get our hands on some red ochre.
Yeah.
Did Deodons coexist with people at any point?
Probably not. When it has the word dawn in it, I tend to think that it's a dinosaur. Keep reading while he looks up Deodon.
Yeah, so anyways, burials go back like 150,000 years ago, Palette, so you're right about that. And art only goes back about like 30 to 50,000 years ago.
51,000 according to this cave, but also take that with a grain of salt because
it could be older.
Not all art is going to stick around.
There could be some like art in like Aboriginal part of Australia that's like from like 80,000 years ago. I don't know. Like, it just hasn't been found yet.
Dude, Deodons are from North America.
What do they look like? Hit me an image. They definitely didn't exist when humans.
These things.
Those are like proto pigs, aren't they?
They're not related to pigs at all, actually.
Looks like a giant wild boar.
They're related to hippos.
Oh, they're in the, what do you call it, class? The whatever, ruminant, whatever, not ruminant, but yeah.
So what is the oldest evidence of cremation? So burial came before cremation, as far as we can tell. Okay, in an ancient rock shelter in the heart of Malawi. Okay, I'm glad you're here. And Mount Hora, archaeologists.
What'd you call me?
Mount Hora.
Hey, how dare you?
Have found the world's oldest evidence of a funeral pyre for an adult. The charred remains are about 9,500 years old, or about 7,500 BC. They reveal that the deceased was a woman between the age of 18 and 60 years old.
Wow, that's a big window.
Yeah, I think maybe it's hard to tell when they burn the bones. I don't know. I mean, I don't do like DNA testing on burnt bones.
Either she was hot or not.
I'm going with she was hot.
Yeah, hot 60-year-old.
Hot, literally, because they lit her on fire.
It's true.
Yeah. When she died, and that her body was carefully prepared for cremation on a large pyre, on a large funeral pyre.
Yep. Pyre.
That burned for many hours. This took part of a deliberate funeral ritual at a site that had already served as a place for death rites for at least 8,000 years.
So maybe they burned more people before, but she wasn't the first. But
yeah.
This is the oldest we found.
The archaeological thinking was that like it's fascinating to find this in hunter-gatherer societies because it required a lot of resources to and in a scarce environment when you're trying to survive and you need wood to keep you warm when it's cold in the winter or whatever. You're wasting a lot of resources by like cremating your dead.
Maybe they were going to cook her to eat her, but they all got high on cannabis and just forgot about her in the oven. You ever do that with a DiGiorno pizza?
Yeah.
You get too high and you leave it in the oven.
She was the first like DiGiorno pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. The first like college apartment DiGiorno pizza.
Well, I think with like cannibalism, they find like cut marks and bite marks on the bones and stuff.
But
so
they forgot her, and that's why.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't do this. Tell your joke again about the era.
The Settlers of Catan era.
Yeah, tell the joke again.
Ugh.
Tell it, or no, just.
I only do one show a night, Palette. Only one show a night.
The Neolithic Age, right here.
Okay. The Neolithic Age, which includes domestication of animals, farming, and building permanent settlements. I like to refer to it as the Settlers of Catan Age. Yeah.
There we go. I had to do that.
You have to avoid robbers and smack a bitch or two until you get enough sheep cards and the longest road card to get them victory points, y'all. All right, that's what I got.
I've never played Settlers of Catan.
It's for nerds, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you like D&D, you'll like Settlers of Catan.
Me and Pallet played D&D.
Okay, so they needed about 70,000 pounds of wood and natural oil.
70,000 pounds.
Oh no, wait, what is it? I mean 70 pounds. I'm sorry.
I was gonna
70.
say,
My
how
bad.
fat was this bitch?
Yeah.
That was also bleeped.
No, leave it in. So they needed about 70 pounds of wood and grass and like natural oil. And I don't know what the hell natural oil is. I'm assuming it's
Animal fat, tree
and
sap.
like tree sap and stuff. Yeah. Okay. And this was necessary to burn. They had to burn this body for a while. And then it's not like burn it for like half an hour and you're done. You got to burn it for, a few hours. There's two instances of cremation in the prehistoric world that we know of them. The earliest cremation of human remains were found at Lake Mungo in Australia. They date back to about 40,000 years ago, so about like 38,000 BC. But no funeral pyre was found there. But the bones of 3 separate individuals were burned, smashed again after they were burned, and then reburned, and they were combined with like ochre. The paint we talked about. The ochre was put in the ashes. Okay. And I mean, that's an Aboriginal site. All right. Don't know a lot about the Aboriginals, but we'll continue on.
It's very
super interesting. Yeah. I think they're I like the, like,
I've been on a deep dive about them recently.
I like their power stones. Those are super interesting. We should talk about the power stones.
Well, the thing about the Aboriginals people don't understand is it's not one group of people. They migrated into Australia at different times when the land bridge was still kind of connected. They still had to sail a bit to get there, but there were different paths of migrations for the Aboriginals. Up until colonialization, it was probably 100 different states or areas that these lived. They had various languages, different languages. They barely interacted with each other. It wasn't until they were colonized and sort of what we did with the Native Americans and forced them all into one spot that they kind of homogenized. But Aboriginal is just a general term for a whole group of people. It's very interesting.
Yeah. The earliest,
but of course, colonialization happened.
Yeah. Well, we don't talk about colonialization.
No, only Steph can talk about colonialization
that's right.
on this podcast.
After she apologizes, of course.
Exactly.
The earliest remains that were found from cremation took place with a specially built fire that dates back. So this is this is in between the two dates I mentioned. So this is like the second oldest. Dates back to about 11,500 years ago in what is now Alaska. And it's in the Upward Sun River site. It was a funeral rite for a small 3-year-old child. She was found in the hearth of an old housing structure, and there were other kids that were buried there, but they weren't cremated for whatever reason. And so that was about the time of our favorite date one of our favorite dates on the show, because it's during the Younger Dryas. And so shout out to Randall Carlson.
You hear that, Flint Dibble? No, I'm just
about 12,900 years ago to 11,600 years ago is supposed to be the date of the Younger Dryas, like impact theory, right? Okay, so we're gonna get out of the prehistoric world. We're gonna go to like the Minoan civilization. I skipped the Egyptians. I skipped the Mesopotamians and their burial practices. They're fascinating, but it's such a huge subject. I had to skip them.
Mummies. That's all you got to know.
Yeah,
you want to know what the Egyptians and Mesopotamians were doing?
Yeah, the Sphinx and Khufu's pyramid. That's all you got to know, right? Mm-hmm. All right. The Minoans are one of the precursors of the ancient Greeks, but whom had their own unique culture. Their civilization was centered in Crete. Early in their history, they performed cave burials for the dead. Later, they built slab stone vaults that went into hillsides, and families were typically buried together in a plot with other grave goods. Family groups were buried or cremated and placed in animal or human-shaped stone jars in these hill vaults. And they're cremated, right? And the Minoans were thought to be successful traders, excellent builders, artists, farmers, and had a very strong navy. There's some suggestions that they were matriarchal, although this is debated.
Were the Minoans the one who inhabited the island of Malta?
The island of Crete. Knossos, the Knossos Palace.
Yeah, but what about Malta?
They might have been on Malta. I don't know. What I read just kind of said Crete, but they could have been.
Malta has the Hypogeum. You ever seen this fucking building?
Yeah.
It's
how close
crazy.
is Malta to Greece?
Producer Pallet?
Yeah, but I'm on it.
Okay. So the Minoans were on Crete, and the Mycenaeans, which are they're the other precursor of
Is Malta in Europe?
No, Malta's in the Mediterranean.
yeah. They might have been the Mycenaeans, which are those are
Those are
those are the proto
What continent is the Mediterranean in?
It's
between Africa and South Europe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's where Italy, Spain, Portugal, Suriname, I think, is that the
Egypt.
country up there?
Algeria.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's the reason why it's one of the early cradles of civilization.
Okay, Malta is very far away from Greece.
But
look, it's from there to there.
Oh, it's not that far.
I know, but not close.
Okay, so
that might not even be the island I'm thinking of. Hold on. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say that like Malta was probably part of the Mycenaeans. Would be my guess, which are the descendants of the ancient Greeks.
Yeah, because around that time you had the Dorian, the Ionians, Mycenaeans,
and the Egyptians. The Egyptians.
The Minoans.
The Egyptians ruled the show for most of the time back then, like during their Neolithic until after the Bronze Age collapsed. Then they started kind of like they were still around, but they were losing power and like influence in the world.
Fun fact for producer Pallet over there: two of those groups created music modes, the Ionians and the Dorians. I don't know if they created it, but
yeah, and the Mesopotamians too.
Check me down.
Kid, I told you it was in Europe.
Well, yeah, it's in Europe, but it's in the Mediterranean.
The Mesopotamians didn't have the length, or didn't have like the time frame that the Egyptians had.
I said, is it in Europe? And you're like, no, it's in the Mediterranean.
Yes, technically, yes, but that's like saying that Vatican City is in Italy. Yeah, but it's its own country. It's
Minoan civilization suffered from devastating volcanic eruptions in about 1600 BC, which devastated their numbers. And a few centuries later, they were invaded by the mainland.
Is that Krakatoa?
Whatever the volcano is on Crete. I couldn't tell you. I guess Pallet could look it up.
Dude, Krakatoa was wild, dude.
It wouldn't have been Krakatoa because that was Indonesia. I'm thinking of what's the one that buried everybody in that city?
Vesuvius?
Yeah, it was
I think Vesuvius is in Italy. I might be wrong.
It wasn't Pompeii, was it?
It could have been Pompeii too, because Pompeii was in Greece, I believe.
What? Okay, what do you want me to look up?
Pompeii, Pompii. I
love that song.
NC A-O. What year did it erupt?
All right.
You said the 1600s or 1600 BC?
1600 BC. Yeah.
Pompeii erupted in 79 AD.
Okay, so it wouldn't have been Pompeii. Anyway, it's a very geologically volcanic heavy area.
Wasn't there a volcano that was recorded and it was the loudest sound
That's
ever?
Vesuvius, I believe, because that was in like 1890 or something.
What was the volcano that almost ended the world?
That one's old. What is the name? It's in the Indonesian islands.
Not Krakatoa.
Not Krakatoa. It's before that. It got the humanity down to like 1,000 people.
Oh, it was a mass extinction. Yeah, this is a question for Goose.
Yeah, it was. What is it called? It was the. I know it. Yeah, it got humans. And it might have been Homo erectus, but maybe Homo sapiens. But it was this thing erupted and it got humans down to like a couple thousand people.
Yeah,
we almost.
All right, it was the Siberian Traps eruptions.
That probably plays black. Those are cooler than the Indian traps eruptions.
That was the largest mass extinction event. Happened 252 million.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been the one I'm thinking of, but that's huge. And if you look at what those traps look like, that the land that makes, India and Siberia have them. It's some of the geologically coolest looking land you'll ever see.
Yeah.
But we're getting off track.
Yeah.
ADD got me.
So the eruptions.
Name of the eruption that almost killed us right here.
Yeah. This devastated their numbers. Perhaps a century or two later, they were invaded by the mainland Greeks or the Mycenaeans. And there's some debate about whether the Mycenaeans were the sea peoples or if they were like attacked and victimized by the sea peoples.
It's called the Toba eruption, the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. So basically, like there's something called the Bronze Age collapse, where a bunch of empires. We're not gonna talk much about it because it's a fascinating subject that we could probably do a whole episode on.
Definitely.
But a bunch of ancient civilizations collapsed because there was this huge pirate
gang of
event that happened in like the ancient world about like 200 or 1200 BC, 1300 BC. And it wrecked the Egyptians. They survived. It wrecked the Minoans, and it wrecked the Mycenaean civilization too, and others. And it's refer to the Bronze Age collapse, and then so we'll we'll say that for another episode.
Bronze Age collapse
Yeah,
going on the
and-
wheel.
Yeah, and then so one of the goddesses that was found, one of like the funerary goddesses and like fertility goddesses from like the Minoans, was what was called the Minoan snake goddess.
Picture of her right here.
Yeah, so she shows up about 16,000. She's found in some of the palaces and like Knossos. And she shows up about 16,000 BC, and
Is Knossos where we get the word knowledge?
I think so.
Yeah.
And the Minoans had a bunch of like secret like knowledge, like cults and stuff, and like mystery knowledge and stuff. She might have been a priestess, she might have been a deity, or she might have been both. Several of her statues were found in the elaborate palace that aforementioned. Her figure was first discovered by a British archaeologist named Arthur Evans in 1903. The figure depicts a powerful, buxom woman holding snakes in both hands.
Zoom in on her buxomness right here.
It's a nice pair of snakes.
I gotta say,
Great pair of snakes.
this is still on the topic of volcanoes, but I think they're the most beautiful looking mountains.
They make some of the most beautiful mountains, you're right, in the world. Look
They're-
at Mount Shasta. It's gorgeous.
They're
Yeah.
so like, because the smoke on it too, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I think.
Mhm.
The
Put volcanoes on the wheel while we're talking.
Yeah.
We can,
The figure depicts a powerful, buxom
again,
woman.
zoom in on the buxomness.
Yes, holding snakes in her hand, and often depicted as a fertility or mother goddess, priestess, or guardian of the household.
Or mommy, as I call her.
Yeah, that symbolize renewal of nature and all things in a cyclical process.
Is it OES or OS?
Well, it's up to you. We'll know what it means.
She also had a connection to life, death, and the underworld. The figures are fully clothed, except they're bare-breasted in elaborate skirts,
Zooming in on the buxomness again.
and wearing the ancient world.
YouTube, this is history.
The ancient world version of a corset and a crown with a snake or a cat on top of it. The MSG represents not the chemical in Chinese food, but the
Or Madison Square Garden.
yeah. It represents fertility, transformation. That's the shedding of the snakeskin, right? And deep connections to nature. Though her exact identity remains debated because we don't have a lot of like written records from that part of the world, unfortunately. At that
Zooming
time,
back in on that buxomness.
yeah. Now, a lot of like the ideas with the MSG are like reflected in like Egyptian like religion, like and like for instance, the snake represents the eternal return and nobility and rebirth. The Egyptians talk about how like the universe constantly changes, and so you have to change and like become and go with the kind of like with the varying changes of the universe, or you're just going to be crushed and destroyed.
Changes.
So that gets into like the snake eating itself, right? The Ouroboros snake. And then the cat, which was on her crown, kind of represents divinity. And
fuck cats.
I love cats.
I know you're a cat guy. I'm a dog guy.
I like both. And one of the main god in Egypt, Ra. There's a depiction of him as a tomcat, like battling a cobra. Or an asp.
You mean a bobcat?
No, a tomcat, like a male cat. A male cat that lived in the desert.
It's literally a cat with a mailbag delivering letters. Jeez.
I was thinking of
no bobcats, as far as I know, in ancient Egypt.
I was thinking of the whatchamacallit, what are those things called? Fucking tractors? No, bulldozers.
Oh, the cat. Pull up the Minoan snake goddess, and
that's a bobcat. And then bulls were actually very popular in Minoan.
There was a whole bull cult.
Yeah.
A whole religion built around the bull.
The Egyptians were crazy into bulls and cows and stuff. And
so this is our buxom lady.
Yeah.
Oh, Bazunga Zunga.
Yeah.
I love the Minoan snake goddess.
Yeah. I mean, I was completely unfamiliar with her, so I'm like, dude, I got to talk about her on the show because I
Go
didn't
through a couple different images.
Yeah.
Again, this is history and archaeology YouTube. We can show the Bazungas.
Yeah.
Was that a mosaic? Dope.
Yeah.
Bro, I might mess around and get a Minoan snake goddess tattoo.
We should make some spicy like Minoan snake goddess like AI art for the show.
Make it monkey instead.
That'd be kind of weird. I don't know if you should do that.
Oh God, what was that picture I saw? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's her crown on her head, and the thing on top of her head is a cat, or sometimes it's a snake.
Why? What is the point of having these out, bro?
A fertility.
Fertility.
It's not civilized.
Yeah, but
They're the Minoans.
Yeah.
They hadn't been conquered by Britain yet. They didn't know civility.
It's uncivilized.
They didn't know civility until
Yeah.
Britain came along.
yeah.
You think God would appreciate that?
Oh, Copeland, God made everyone in his or her image. So yes.
Yeah.
God loves breasts.
Remember that there's a high
High
mortality rate.
That show, man.
High mortality rate in the ancient world, super producer.
Okay, finish out this one section and then we'll hit a clip or two and then we'll round out the episode.
Okay, we can break this into two. Yeah, I know I'm going kind of long. So we could probably break this into a two-parter.
We could break it into two, but we'll film the whole thing today.
Okay.
We could do a late
and
strip.
bulls. Again, the Egyptians are fascinated with bulls. They represent like the unpredictability of nature and power and like the right to rule. So they're like, I won't talk much about it, but the Egyptians were obsessed with bulls, and it's that.
And a bull has a huge set of horns.
They were anyway, so yeah, it could have been that like the Egypt ruled the world basically back then, about like 1500 BC, like 1400 BC. So it could have been that just like the Minoan like snake goddess was just kind of like an Egyptian like priestess, or like
Gotcha. Or just completely fictionalized,
and so, anyways, ladies, if you want to dress to impress next Halloween, consider going as the Minoan snake goddess.
Zoomed in on the bucks.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, my eyes have now become the MSG bucks.
Don't go as a don't go as a nurse or like a schoolgirl or whatever. That's lame.
Well, we're gonna go to part 2 here in a second.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to like take a break,
hit us with a clip or two.
All right.
Are you adding more pictures to the wheel?
Yeah.
I love doing that. You can add as many as you want. I don't give a shit.
I added
It's
this
funny.
weird douchebag guy.
Scumbag Steve. Picture of Scumbag Steve right here.
Are we like halfway done with the
Page 6 of 11. Yeah, we're halfway. And actually, it should start really rolling off the tongue once we get moving here.
All right, let's watch the clip I sent.
okay, I need a break.
Here, let's go.
Oh, I've seen this. This is crazy.
É mesmo, o bicho são grandes. Bota aí, bota. Depois eu vou botar a picanha. Isso, bota mais do outro. É 3, né? É 3 aqui.
Where is this?
Columbia, probably.
Okay,
Somewhere down there. Low key looks kind of good, whatever they're cooking, but now you're done fucked up.
I forget that oil could do that.
Oh,
good thing
yeah.
that 10 is flame retardant.
It's so weird. Wait, it's so weird seeing fire leaking like that.
Well, what's happening is the oil is spilling over into the flame and then catching fire.
All right, let's see what Patrick at the disco sent.
That one's a long one. We don't need to watch it. It's funny. It's a guy on drugs in India. This one's cool. Check this out. Click that. Read it for us, Pallet.
All right, 4 monkeys on the loose. North St. Louis Health Department confirms.
There are 4 monkeys running around North St. Louis as we speak.
The New Real STL News has learned that animal control officers are actively patrolling near Redbud Avenue after St. Louis City Health Department confirmed reports of 4 monkeys on the loose in the area.
What are you doing, Monk?
These animals are considered exotic and not legal within city limits. No breed. See, look it. This is bull crap. They got monkey ice on here, bro.
Yep, monkey eyes, bro.
Monkey ice. Oh, yeah. Can we make monkey ice? That'd be pretty funny.
Monkey eyes right here.
Yeah.
Raising the questions about how monkeys got there in the first place. As of now, no one of the monkeys have been captured, and they are presumed to still be roaming freely. Officials are urging the public not to approach the animals, warning that monkeys can act aggressively and unpredictably. If spotted, residents should immediately call animal control at 314-657, and you're not getting the last digits.
That's blurred out. Don't worry about it. We don't need people watching us calling that number. We should call them real quick and see what happens. Tell them we saw the monkey.
No, we don't. We got to keep those monkeys safe, man. Why aren't we in
album covers be like?
Dude,
this picture is so hard, Lamau.
I want to be in Missouri. No.
I've been to East St. Louis. You don't want to go there.
If there's monkeys there, I want to go.
That street you're looking at, those houses, those are East St. Louis luxury villas. No offense, East St. Louis, but it is a bad city.
I've been to St. Louis too.
Not East St. Louis. You might have driven through a part of it through the freeway, but in the actual town, it's bad.
Well,
thanks, Biden.
Hey, man. We got to see these monkeys. We got to save them.
We'll go wrangle them up.
Yeah.
Next clip.
What's worse, like Camden, Baltimore, or at the kind of the bad parts of Atlanta, or the East St. Louis?
Do you think these monkeys,
or they're all bad?
They're just not good.
Do you think these monkeys are just like gang members trying to
hide. I don't know. I think what happened is there's a robust exotic pet trade in East St. Louis, and
They got out. Yeah.
Good monkey.
Look at him just chilling. He's
Yeah.
like, he ain't catching me.
I like how every year our country turns more and more into 28 days later. You know.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
Next clip.
I salute to you, monkeys.
Yes, monkeys. You
Yeah.
stay free, stay wild. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna follow up with this story. We'll follow up with that.
Yeah, we don't want monkey eyes hitting you. Oh, it's the Pyongyang building.
This one was just interesting. It's the largest, tallest unoccupied building on Earth.
It's not
That's where I want my birthday party at.
not the tallest building.
No, it's the largest and tallest unoccupied building.
Oh
on
yeah,
Earth.
Where is this at?
That's North Korea. That's the capital of North
okay.
Korea. That's Pyongyang.
No,
Beautiful.
Do you see how it looks now though? It looks beautiful. It's just not on the inside. It's super empty on the inside.
Yeah, then no one lives in it.
It's so tall too. It's one of the tallest buildings in the world. Actually.
When was it made?
60s or 70s.
Okay.
Do not click the redhead eating pizza.
Why not?
Just it'll have to be cut out, but we'll get a laugh out of it.
So I had a party at my house last week, and one of my boys told me like, "Hey, bro, sorry for throwing up at your house." I was like, "Ah, you good, bro?" Like, I think my girl cleaned it up. I never saw it anywhere. Whole week I've been drinking water at my house, and I was like, "Damn, like, why do I still taste like beer?" I come look at my water filter.
Uh-oh.
This is my drinking water. Look where this motherfucker threw up.
That's
Talking about, "Hey, bro, sorry for throwing up
wretched.
at your house." I've been drinking filtered throw up for a damn week.
That's
Bro.
Thinking I was,
wretched.
still
Go to the
hungover.
doctor,
I was like,
seriously.
"This ain't right." A whole week I look at it. This motherfucker threw up in here, and I called this house.
look
I
at
was like,
how
"Hey, bro,
gross that is.
when you threw up on my house, where did you throw up?" I was like, "Oh," he was like, I threw up in the trash can in your garage." No damn trash can in here.
It looks like a trash can though if you're
This
drunk.
motherfucker threw up in my water filter. This is my drinking water. I've been
Okay.
drinking this shit
Okay.
for
Yeah.
like a
Started to
week.
curdle my stomach a little bit.
I'm
Yeah.
putting that shit right on.
That's
Bro.
rough.
Get a new friend and
Don't
go to the
click it
doctor.
yet.
That's my recommendation.
I'm so tempted.
You can click it now. We'll be right back. Yeah, the mythical pool.
The mythical pool, yeah.
on genetics.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Go ahead.
It's all Korean.
Reggie's
Oh,
got,
this is producer palette.
Reggie's got a calculator brain though.
This is producer palette.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd freak the fuck out.
You can close that. I don't know if that's going to be copyright music.
Is it? She didn't like the pickle?
Hates the pickle.
Oh, okay.
I would freak the fuck
Well, it's
out.
worse than Pepsi. Well, let me put it that way.
Let's see what this guy sent us. All right, we're gonna have to cut this out, I think.
They don't play any music.
Nickelback fans in Portugal.
Oh, he gets the rocks thrown at him. I love this clip.
Are you sure? Up to you. You guys want to hear some rock and roll, or you want to go home?
I'll go home. Oh man, I mean,
See ya.
not a Nickelback fan, but yeah, don't disrespect the band. That's not cool.
Go to wide.
Yeah.
Go to wide. Go to wide. Go to wide. I'm going to stand up for Nickelback. I don't like the music. It's not for me, but it's not bad. Not as bad as people said it was. As a matter of fact, it's so not bad that they're one of the biggest and longest touring rock bands in history.
Dad, stop glazing.
I'm not glazing.
They're
I'm just
pretty
saying-
goddamn bad.
Objectively, they can't be. You see what I'm saying?
Objectively, they can.
I don't care for the music. It's not my style of music. I'm not a big butt rock guy. But I think they get too much shit. I think it's because, and if I'm correct on this, this is going to be one of the biggest moments in the Fatallunch podcast history. I believe Nickelback's breakthrough album came out on 9/11. Check it. Go ahead.
What?
I
Their
believe.
breakthrough album is the one with the car, right?
No, it's the Silver something. Nickelback album 9/11. See if I'm right. If I'm right, they had no shot from the jump.
Wait, I feel like that would make them more popular though with their fans, right? You know, if you had something an album that came out in 9/11, right, and it's a banger.
Or
Yeah, Silver Side Up.
Silver Side Up came out when?
September 11th, 2001.
Boom, Silver Side Up. It had their hits on it. It's just like if this is going to be a fucked up analogy and it's probably going to get cut out. But it's like if you're probably going to hate Disney for the rest of your life.
Wait. I'm gonna go to producer Cam real quick.
Go for it.
For you Canadians out there, you could correct me, but I'm pretty sure Canadians like Nickelback.
A lot of people like Nickelback.
No, but I heard Canadians like don't talk shit about Nickelback that as much as we do.
The lead singer of Nickelback used to date Canadians' biggest pop star, Avril Lavigne. So, you know.
Let's see, I'm gonna look this up.
I heard that a bunch of her pictures were found on Osama bin Laden's hard drive.
Yes, one picture, which is really, really hilarious.
It's so strange, man.
It's hilarious.
I'm sure bin Laden was an NB fan.
You know what?
Nickelback's from Canada, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, Osama was watching like Disney movies and
Yeah,
shit.
he was American. I mean, not on paper, but he pretty much grew up here in the United States.
He went to school here for a little bit.
Yeah. He was definitely a CIA asset. And he wasn't even
allegedly.
He wasn't even the one who did 9/11.
Okay, maybe that's wrong, but you know.
Osama wasn't even the one who did 9/11. It was that one guy.
KSM.
Yeah,
for the most part.
KSM.
Yeah, it was KSM.
He still organized it though.
No, he did nothing. He just had the money. It was Kashal, whatever's the KSM. He's the one who did it all.
He helped recruit and stuff though, and like KSM did the heavy brain work and like
KSM was a known terrorist.
Yeah.
I mean, he bombed places in like Thailand, and I think he did like a Germany bombing, but this is all redacted. But all I'm trying to say is, I don't Nickelback. If you ever see this, your
Fuck
music,
you.
Your music's okay. Not to my taste, but I understand your popularity, and the hate you've gotten over the years is unjustified. I could name 5 popular bands right now that are way worse.
I actually rather listen to Nickelback than Deftones and MCR. So
Okay,
who's MCR?
My Chemical Romance.
Oh,
you know what? I'll listen to Nickelback over My Chemical Romance, but I do like the Deftones.
I'm not a big fan. They have a couple good songs I like, but I'm not super into the Deftones.
Right,
I don't dislike them though.
Will kind of pissed me off in the car the other day. He has something against Lit.
Lit's got 2 good songs. I haven't dug enough into their.
God damn it, I like Lit.
I mean, they're good. I think they're good.
You know what? They used to be on like TRL constantly. That one stupid song back in the day.
Oh,
so
well,
that kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Well, you didn't actually piss me off, but you know.
Yeah.
That Ziploc bag song is kind of a bop. If I could use another chance,
I like
put
Lit.
it in a Ziploc bag. But anyway, run to Will's clips one more time. But again, Nickelback, the hatred is overrated. And actually, I think they've done a 180. I think people are into like Limp Bizkit and Nickelback again.
No, not Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
I was never a Limp Bizkit fan.
I had Chocolate Starfish in high school. I own a copy.
I would share a sleeping bag with the lead singer of Nickelback before I went to a Limp Bizkit concert. And no offense, Limp Bizkit, you're clearly popular, but it's just it is sandpaper to my eardrums.
They have had like a resurgence in their career.
They're huge
like a
right
bunch
now.
of like Gen Z like they love the Limp Bizkit.
People are going to see Marilyn Manson right now.
You know, who
I like his music. That guy is a beep.
Well, we know someone who is an Eminem fan, right?
Yeah,
we won't say who it is, but
he's a ist.
Yes.
Oh, you know what band I don't like? Even Flow.
Oh, Pearl Jam rocks.
oh yeah, I love
I don't like Pearl Jam.
I can see why you don't like him though.
Hey,
Also,
that's
Alice in Chains is the best grunge band.
Alice in Chains unequivocally is the best grunge band. Not that people will say Nirvana. I get it. They broke the mold. They brought grunge, but skill wise, music writing wise, Alice in Chains, great band.
yeah, they're probably my favorite band.
But let's do a clip, one or two more clips, and then
I mean, I like Soundgarden too, but yeah, man, it's tough to beat Alice.
Already
you know?
on tangents.
Oh, I found a new character.
Oh.
Yeah, this one's great. This one's great.
Well, Mr. Saturday Night says if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Bro looks like a cartoon character that got stung by a bee.
I can't even tell you what this. I can't even tell you if this is a boy, girl, trans.
Mr. Saturday Night says if it ain't broke.
It looks
don't
like
fix
somebody with severe psoriasis or something. I'm not sure, but I was like, what?
Well,
It looks
am I looking
like
at?
somebody with a
says
severe
if it ain't
everything,
broke,
bro.
don't
I approve of you, sir. Keep doing your thing. Or
Yeah.
ma'am.
What about this guy?
Go for it.
Is he as good as the trumpet player?
Charlie Kirk, you can see this.
This is just sad, actually.
To my grandma, I said hi. She's in heaven too. Because she passed away, and she had,
I'm not gonna laugh.
She had.
I'm not gonna be a dick.
I'm not laughing.
Don't worry,
make
I had
sure
an
it's-
incident
to
with
make
somebody
sure
getting
it
hit
is
with a
a
crossbow
virus.
the other. I heard that. I hear it.
Ending
I'm just coughing.
her life.
Oh look, he's crying already, bro. Look at
Yeah, that's it. I'm just so emotional for this
End
young
it.
man.
End it.
Charlie
Like,
Kirk,
like,
make sure you say hi to this.
Look at this fucking picture. Look at.
It's you never seen that, man?
Hi in heaven.
Okay, you can click
So,
off of this.
thank you.
It's just kind of sad. What's wrong over there, pal? You got allergies all of a sudden?
I didn't laugh. Do we have to cut? Do we have to cut right now? Because you guys.
I'm not laughing. I'm crying.
All right.
I'm just so sad for this young man's grandma. I'm not laughing.
What about CK?
Listen.
Bro, I'm sad for both.
Let me clear it up. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at this man. It's just everything about it. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry you lost your grandma. The Charlie Kirk thing. I'm not going to say anything about that. But I don't know.
It was sad he was murdered. It was sad he was murdered, right?
It was just this picture on the side that made me.
Do you know what that's a reference to?
This man.
Yeah. Have you seen this man? Which turned out to be a viral marketing campaign and not real.
Look at
I see it.
This fucking picture on the. It just made me so emotional.
It just zoomed in on it so everybody else can see it. There you go. Scroll up a little bit. Don't click this guy. This is going to be another episode. We're going to do a deep dive on this dude.
I'm just thinking of the poster in Pallet's room is what cracks me up.
Oh yeah. Scroll up. Well, actually, go up one or two more to see. Don't click him, but there's one with him. Yeah, click that.
This one?
But don't click it yet. I found this dude, and I don't know what he's claiming. It's clearly a user of methamphetamine. He has dentures in, but what is cringy about this video, listen to this audio and tell me what you can hear.
Yes, so I proved that most of the owner of Public Road in Florida, and Route 33 is in my driver's license number in the middle of it is. And so I proved this.
Do you hear that sound?
They stopped me the other day.
He's grinding his teeth.
I'm not, man. And we got a system fail for real over here at San Francisco.
Yeah, I hear the grinding.
And I am the owner of Polish Estates and Polish Grocery Estates. And then here's,
okay. I can't handle the grinding. All right, now click to the one where he's facing the camera.
You get him a retainer from his orthodontist.
Sounds like Toby Chip.
Homeless crisis. Dollar Chip Forward. 31 is my cash app.
Does he have like a tick?
So this is my wealth right here.
That's meth. He's grinding his jaw.
Yeah. So this is also my identifiers for my races.
Is his teeth just that weak?
He's just grinding so much the enamel's being rubbed off.
I own him. This is my grandfather's. This is my motel right here.
God, the teeth thing is so crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. The teeth thing's creeping me out.
Should we cash app him like $10 right now? Push pause.
Sure.
Look at.
That's right. It's like I don't know. It's probably not a scam, but it could,
Oh, you're probably going to buy drugs or alcohol with it, but I fully support that. We're not going to lift him out of homelessness with a few $100.
Fucking Boomhauer.
I know, because he thinks he sounds like Boomhauer. How much should we send this guy? Like $10-15?
Yeah, I guess 10. It was that $10.
We'll make it 15, 5 from each of us. Pay. What is it? It's at Kenneth
Kenneth Pollard. KENNETHPOLLARD. The money sign in front of the K.
You should be donating to another Kenneth.
We're already donating to you, Kenneth.
The only problem
you can't donate anymore.
There's a Kenneth Pollard on here already, and he's like a black dude.
I don't know. Maybe don't. I don't know.
Is it Kenneth Pollard 31?
Yeah, 31. That's 31. I'm sorry.
It's Trey K. Pollard.
For appearing on the Fatallunch podcast. Let's see if it goes through. There it is. There's my receipt. Go to wide.
We're at wide.
Oh. There it is. Kenneth Pollard, we just donated you $15. We should check his Instagram in a day or two and see if he says anything about it. Not making fun of him.
Probably went to Palantir.
I'm not making fun of him. He just interests me because I can't understand him. And then when I realized that frog croaking sound was his teeth grinding, I was like, crazy. You guys want to take a leg stretch and finish off this?
Yeah. Well, you're a mensch. Good job, Goose.
Yes.
Sure, Kenneth Pollard appreciates it.
We'll be right back.
Hopefully it gets clean. We hope it gets clean.
Yeah, or you know what? Use drugs and I don't care. I hope I just made your day.
Prefer he did the former than the latter, but
I just hope I made your
That's not our choice.
I just hope I made your day a little bit better. All right, we'll be right back.
Stop chain smoking meth. I'll make your day a lot better too.
No, I'm not on the judgment train. Listen,
I'm not just stating fact.
My good deed ends when I hand you the cash. What you do with it is your business.
Yeah. Just say no to chain smoking.
Just say no to chain smoking. La la la. We'll be back in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, less than Jake. Go ahead and pause it. We were listening to Ska and the Interim. we're going to go ahead and finish the cemeteries. We've got a couple pages left. It's a long pod, so we're going to kind of blow through them. William?
Hey, we're giving you the content heavy, folks. I mean, sometimes we got to do deep dives. We can't always be like us, talking about like, pickle Pepsi on social media.
Hey, pickle Pepsi rules, dude. All right, pick up where we left off. We're back at cemeteries. I believe we are now.
I'm going to clap saying just so we know this is part 2.
So how we think of cemeteries today, I believe is where we are.
How about we do this? Every syllable Will reads, he has to take a spoonful of fish sauce.
Well, I will pass out and be throwing up everywhere. There will be puke all over the walls. You guys will be very angry at me, and I'll be very sick.
He'll be by weight 1.5% fish sauce.
Okay, so how we think of cemeteries today is a patch of ground designated for containing the remnants of the dead. Began in about the 5th century BC, BC, not BCE. BC, not CE. In ancient Greece, the Romans would adopt this custom and would bury the dead on the outskirts of cities. So before you could enter a city, you would likely go through a cemetery to get there. Mausoleums were also popular at this time, or like a family vault, an area where like a family can put their deceased ones. Usually that's for wealthy people, not poor people. Just get buried in a big pit.
So is the Valley of Kings in Egypt considered a cemetery?
Yes, I would say it is. All like
or would it be a necropolis? And what's the difference?
Oh, it's probably a necropolis. It's probably because necropolis is like a city of the city of the dead, right?
Yeah.
We're like a lot of Egyptian culture is based around the idea that like you use your life to prepare for the afterworld, because the afterworld is a serious challenge for you. And if you're not ready for it and prepared for it, you're going to get wrecked and you're not going to do well in the afterlife. But we won't go down that road because Egypt's fascinating. That's a whole episode for another day.
That's a whole other can of King Tuts.
Yeah. They would place the deceased in a vault or basement structure instead of just burying them in the dirt. Okay. If you're poor, you're getting put in a sack and dumped in a mass grave or out in the woods somewhere. Well, you have probably a little family plot or something.
Or if you're lucky, you're dumped into the Ganges.
Yeah. Well, that and you get feasted on by the goonch.
So would the Ganges also be considered a cemetery?
It is a sacred river. That's what I consider it. With a sacred catfish in it.
It's a sacred river.
Yeah. So Goose, you're gonna have to do a report on the Ganges and the Goonch. I think that just got your name all over it. Okay.
Put that on the wheel while we're talking.
Yeah.
Put GOONCH Ganges. It's the biggest freshwater catfish.
Yeah. And they've been known to eat like people, yeah, and burnt like charred human remains that are dumped in the Ganges from like Hindu like funeral pyres and stuff and temples where they have funeral services.
And if you're curious to know what Goonch looks like, right here is a picture of that buxom lady from earlier. Yeah. Look at her buxomness.
I mean, Minoan snake goddess. Yeah. I said that's got to be your Halloween costume, ladies. Okay, so the brief overview of the ancient Greece. A lot of like the ancient Greek like funerals like share some similarities with ours, right? So the first part was the laying of the body. The second part was the transportation to the place of interment. And 3 was the placement of the body or cremated remains into the ground. The first thing that would be done is a family member or loved one would close the eyes and mouth of the deceased. This was thought to seal the soul from going back into the body. Next, the body would be washed and prepared for burial. I'm having trouble with words today.
Imagine washing a dead person.
Yeah, that's a job for slave labor. I'm going to say, or like house servants in the old world.
Hey,
it's typically given to women.
I don't call the people who work around here slaves. I just call them unpaid interns.
I'm talking about the ancient world. I'm not talking about today.
Slaves.
Is
that my red 40?
Oh, and oops, my hammer.
Is this your hammer? If so, call this number on screen.
Yeah, it's my hammer.
We probably shouldn't reference that video because it's
it's so hilarious though.
It's so good. We don't avow the beliefs and views of that video. We watched it a long time ago. Comedy was different.
We avow its comedic value though. Okay. The Greeks were hygienic. The idea wasn't just to wash the body, but the bathing also symbolized that a significant barrier was about to be crossed, like from this world to the next. And also soldiers that were slain in battle were also washed and had their wounds dressed up. So probably also a job for slave labor, I imagine. The Spartans were observed by the Persians. Okay, this is a weird thing about the Spartans. They were observed oiling themselves in the nude prior to or during the Battle of Thermopylae, and the Persians were freaked out by them. And that's about 480 BC.
Just imagine going to battle with swords against jacked, oiled up dudes.
Yeah, all they do is like work out and
insert greased up naked deaf guy from Family Guy right here.
Go!
You're never gonna catch me. You're wasting your time. Forget about it. Go do something else. See you next year.
You're never gonna catch me.
Never gonna catch me.
A symbolic gesture of preparing oneself for death. If it was available, seawater was preferred to be used to wash bodies. Brides and grooms were expected to bathe before a wedding.
Do you guys want to do a Spartan oil ritual one day? Just to see what it feels like to be covered in olive oil?
The Spartans are weird. We could do a deep dive on the Spartans. They're an odd kind of like
past
death, like warrior obsession, death culture.
You can't call it weird because past times plus ritual always equals weird, but that's not the case. They were just living in the moment. They were just greasing up the boys, getting ready to go to whatever heaven or hell they believed in.
Well, it's fun. Like our modern culture probably has a little bit more in common with like the ancient Persians than it does like the Spartans. The Spartans are gnarly, man. They did some crazy stuff.
So they just had ICE agents shooting white women?
No,
that's a topical comment.
Well, the Persians had some ideas I'm not going to talk about right now because it gets us off on a tangent that kind of mirror a couple things we do in the modern world, but
okay.
But the Spartans were into the logic, and so I dig that. But some of the other stuff they were into, I was not into.
Well, you wouldn't touch your boy. You wouldn't touch your boy in naughty places. What's wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Before I go into battle, I kiss my boys tenderly, just tenderly, just a little.
I don't know, man.
Just a little. We have these bonding exercises the night before the war too.
I don't know. Has your friend ever like grabbed your ass before?
Listen, we are kids of the 80s. By the time we were in high school, it was just after 9/11.
Everyone had their ass grabbed by a good job, like sports hit, like
pre-2015 woke culture didn't exist yet. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the woke culture. Fine, do your thing, baddie. You got people like, what's that movie producer, Harvey Weinstein? You got people like that out. That was cut out.
Yeah. Definitely cut out.
That was cut out. Things were a little different back then. You know what I mean? Like, it was a lot more oops my hammer time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, she's saying like he not a good dude, but not a rapist. That's what she says. So.
Oops my hammer.
Well, we'll cut this out. We'll cut this out.
Yeah, I'm going to tactfully cut around everything we just said.
All right. Back to the guy. Okay. The deceased in Greek literature are often depicted wearing a white robe that goes down to the ankle. Often later other colors were allowed in Greek custom. If the individual was
oops my hammer time. MC Hammer.
You're leaving that in, by the way.
MC Hammer's oops my hammer time.
That's my hammer.
we gotta do that as a cover, man. Oops my hammer time.
Just learn
oops
that
my hammer time. Yeah.
Learn that bass line.
No. Oh, that's can't touch this. Okay, that's different hammer. Was wealthy or had a high reputation. We're so derailing right now, but I love it. They were given gold wreaths or crowns. Women's hair was done and adorned with jewelry, if they weren't a commoner, of course. After the body was prepared, it would be taken to a cemetery or mausoleum. A funeral party of loved ones would attend this march. Often a close friend or a professional would sing or chant in honor of the deceased. The body was carried by a horse-drawn hearse, not chariots. Musicians would often play for the funeral party. The procession would make frequent stops to attract the attention of others. In earlier times, sacrifices would be made to the underworld.
You guys smell that?
To deities like to Hades.
I think they're cleaning the oven downstairs.
Yeah. In order to receive the soul of the newly departed in good faith. Often birds, wine, jars of perfume, food, etc. I'd want some bacalash. That's what I'd want sacrificed to me if I was a Greek god. And if I was an underworld deity. In pre-classical Greece, cremation by funeral pyre was the preferred method of disposing of the body. Homer mentions this in several of his classical works. A drink they did do burying though at certain times too though. So, but cremation was more.
It's kind of like today. Some people get cremated, some people get buried.
A drink offering was poured out for the deceased.
Pour one out for the real ones.
Yeah, you pour out your 40 for your boy. He ain't with us no more.
Roman guy with one of those greedy cups.
A flagon of of wine. He's pouring it out for his boy.
You know I'm talking about those greedy cups. The not the Play-Doh. The cups that if you pour too much wine in, it just overflows automatically.
Oh yeah.
No, you have to show me that. Yeah.
Remind us. We'll show you at the end.
Okay.
Video of a greedy cup right next to our bosom-laden snake goddess.
Yeah. During the service, the dead was eulogized by friends and family. After the service, men stayed to construct the grave, and women left to prepare a banquet. The deceased was considered to be present at his own service. True story. It was also thought to be, so you guys might find this is, I kind of want to get your guys' take on this. It was thought to be an ill omen for people to make babies for a number of days after a funeral. Just because you were around death and like sorrow, you're thought to be a weirdo.
Yeah,
or
like funerals get me horny.
Okay, so you would have been, people would have given you some weird looks.
I would have given birth to a Nero.
Yeah. Oh, and so it was thought that if you did the naughty dance with your partner, you would get a curse or bad things could happen to you. You know?
Yeah. You'd have
myrrh was dumped into the graves, and myrrh is like a sweet smelling gum or resin, and it's collected from thorny trees in that part of the world.
I was in a Christian boy band, and our album went triple myrrh.
Yeah, it was a good band.
Yeah, Finger Bang, that was our biggest hit.
Finger bang bang. All right, I won't get into South Park reference right now.
Were you mad? Oh god damn it! I was gonna make that, bro. I was gonna make that reference.
Okay, and so the myrrh was sprinkled on the ashes of the dead. You know, the gift our boy JC got when he was
frankincense and myrrh
and gold.
I'm pissed it wasn't platinum.
Yeah. A little bit harder to get back then.
Yeah, maybe he got some platinum later. Like once he started,
once the Bible went triple plat.
Yeah, then he started getting platinum.
Yeah, the Bible hit plat.
Did God get his catalytic converter?
He did.
For his no, they didn't. I mean, they didn't have. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. There was a festival of the dead in Athens. Did you know about this, PJ? It's called the Choas. I'm gonna say it's the Coes festival. I apologize if I butchered that.
Apologize to the Latin-speaking extinct group of people called the Greeks.
Yeah, this is probably the Koine Greek or like classical Greek. Yeah. Probably not Latin. Latin comes about the time of the Romans. The spirits of the dead were thought to leave the underworld during the Coes festival, and they would realm the world of the living. In order for individuals to protect themselves and from contamination, they would have to chew herbs of like buckthorn and rhamnos, which I don't even know what that is. And they'd have to smear their door frames of their home with pitch so that the spirits wouldn't go into their homes and haunt everyone.
Kind of weird. Maybe if they switch it to lamb's blood, almost seems like the Bible stole some ideas.
Yeah. Well, this is probably a little. I want to get into like the
is coca a herb?
It would be technically a herb. Yeah.
Okay, the classical period in Greece is about 500 BC to about 330 BC. And that's like the time of like the great learning
Socrates,
and like
Plato.
philosophy and stuff like that. Yeah, and like Plato, Socrates, Aristotle.
Our triangle cult boy Pythagoras.
Yeah, and our boy Pythagoras, and with the math religion, which we're big fans of. And the Hellenist period was about 330 to 30 BC, and that's when like all of Greece was like consolidated by Alexander the Great, and they were a huge empire. So that's kind of referred to as the Hellenist period. Okay. Hades is the god and also the shadow realm of the dead in Greek mythology. It's a transitory realm. Everyone goes there, both good and bad. The most vile of human beings are thrown in Tartarus. That's where the Titans were put by Zeus for
tartar sauce is fire.
Yeah, the Elysian fields are the paradise realm in ancient Greece. These ideas evolved after the classical period from philosophers like Plato. Plato kind of introduced more moral concepts of like an afterlife than what was found in like the poems of Homer and stuff. Greeks,
he was moldable and slightly salty to the taste.
Greeks,
that's a Plato joke.
Greeks, especially after the time of Plato, believed that the body was a tremendous source of corruption. The soul is what was thought to be pure and unchangeable and noble, but not the body though. Greeks didn't like the body. However, the body still needed to be cared for because it housed the soul.
Again, our buxom snake goddess right here.
Yeah. Charon was the silent boatman who ferried freshly dead souls across the river Styx in Acheron. I apologize if I pronounce it wrong. And he took souls to Hades. A gold coin needed to be placed usually in the mouths of the dead as payment, or else the souls would be left on the world to would be left in the world of the living. Famous Greek heroes were thought to have their fee. They didn't need to pay fees. So since they were famous, they were given a free ride to the afterlife.
Death nepotism.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. So if you're Achilles, you're getting a free ride. You don't have to pay a fee. You're getting a free ride to their free ride to the afterlife.
He couldn't walk the realm of the living. He had his tendon snapped.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to talk about Vikings and native. It was a good joke. I liked it. So I wanted to talk about Vikings and Native Americans, but I skipped that just to save on time. But if I get a bunch of comments in the on our video that like, hey, I want you to talk about that, then I'll research those. But we're gonna skip those for now, right? But
the Vikings famously had the burning boat, where they sent them out, and Native Americans, how?
Well, and they had like the raised platforms that some Native Americans would put their dead on, right?
The mounds.
Yeah,
they had the burial mounds.
So anyways, a cemetery. So this is the last section. Pallet, I know you're getting kind of antsy over there. Cemeteries from the Middle Ages to the present. I think we got like what are we doing here? We got like three more pages left. Okay. In the Middle Ages, the church had popularized the idea that people should get buried on hallowed ground near a church. The burial in the church graveyard became the favored interment choice in Europe at the time. People did not want to be buried in the corrupt earth outside the church or in the devil's ground.
There was a little graphic of the
don't want to be buried in the devil's ground. It's bad news.
But it was redacted.
Yeah. Cremation fell out of favor in Europe
redacted.
After Christianity became the dominant religion of Rome in the 4th century CE, and all the way up to the 1900s, burial was the preferred method of interment. Cremation was associated with the pagan practice, so that's why Christians didn't like it. Bones
they still celebrate Easter and shit like that.
Yeah, right. But they transform those to represent those like pagan symbols to like represent like new life in Christ and stuff instead of like fertility, like sex, like death cult stuff, right? And but I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, you're right. Bones would be placed in hollowed ground near a church. Church made money doing this. Once the flesh had rotted away. Once the flesh had rotted away in the ground, the bones would be dug up and placed in ossuaries, or like a bone box or room to place bones in. The bones would be stored underneath the church or in a crypt. Okay. In the late 1700s, large cities began placing ossuaries in catacombs. And the reason it was to deal with the issue of overflowing church graveyards. Paris has one of the largest catacombs, and the stone under the city was quarried out to deal with the city's huge grave problem. So that there was a population boom in the 1800s, and there wasn't enough room to put all the like burial plots in the churches.
And Paris catacombs are famous for people getting lost in them, seeing creepy ghosts. Have you seen the photo of it was a woman? I think she died of exposure in the catacombs, and they found her like 4 years later.
I can imagine
and she was just laying down,
being down there in the dark and like lost. That's gotta be terrifying.
Yeah, it's a maze down there.
Yeah,
it's like this.
You can tour and you can take tours of the catacombs in Paris. I imagine some people maybe they go off the designated tour path, which is probably not a great idea.
Sneak in because there's access points all across the city.
The site has been reported to be extremely haunted. Many visitors have reported the unsettling sensation of being watched while down there.
You guys want to know what the catacombs look like? Picture of our busty lady right here.
Yeah,
she's gonna make a lot of appearances.
I imagine like the Minoan like snake goddess to look like Elizabeth from like BioShock Infinite. I don't know. That's what goes on in my nerd head.
I'm thinking more Elizabeth Hurley.
That'd be good too, right? She's the devil though, right?
She plays the devil, but she's also in Austin Powers.
Yeah,
and she's like 50 something.
She's a fembot and the devil.
Still looks fantastic.
Yeah. The girl got good genetics. Okay. Should think her mother.
The only downside is she's British.
That is every downside.
Okay. The Paris catacombs are thought to hold the bones of 6 to 7 million people.
What's 201? What's 201 times 7 million? Because it's 201 bones in the human body.
Yeah.
So
that was like 260. I don't know. Like there's a lot of bones.
No, it's 210 bones. I think.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot.
Okay, so Pallet quiz time. How long? I'll let Pallet look up. Do you want let Pallet look up some stuff on the internet, or should I?
I'll just ask.
Okay.
Hey Siri, what's 210 times 7 million? What is 210 times 7 million?
10 times 7 million is 470 million.
140. Whatever. You guys heard it.
Yeah, over 400 million bones. That's crazy.
Bones are right here.
Yeah. So
I mean, the number of the bones are right here.
All right. So
right next to the busty goddess.
Super producer. How long does it take for a dead body to turn into bones? Okay, so I'll give you 3 choices. All right, 3 to 6 months. That's choice 1. Choice 2 is 3 to 6 years, and choice 3 is 10 to 15 years.
10 to 15 years.
That is correct. Okay, good job, Pal. You're good at these. He's good at these quizzes, man.
Pallet smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, I've been smoking too much.
Yeah, so he lost his voice box. He's talking through a voice box talker.
Okay. There was a population explosion in Europe and the US in the 19th century, which meant bodies couldn't be put anymore into crowded, overflowing church graveyards. I mentioned that already. They had issues with contamination and disease, although I've heard like diseased bodies aren't that much worse than like, you know, an infected live person. So, but I guess if you have a lot of bodies, it's a problem.
Well, they could, like Ebola can just thrive on dead people.
Yeah.
What is Ebola?
Ebola?
Ebola, like the disease.
Yes, it's a hemorrhagic fever that makes you bleed from the small blood.
But you're not getting Ebola in like Europe though, right? In the
I guarantee people got Ebola in Europe back then. Well, maybe it's too cold. Maybe
I thought it was like an African like
that's where
disease.
That's where it's known.
Okay,
you can for sure.
So huge population boom in Europe, and so from the 1800s there was 150 million people living in Europe. How many people do you think were living in Europe in the 1900s?
Couple 100,000.
1900s Europe?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 1900s.
1900s Europe. Yeah, 1900 Europe.
A couple million, I'm guessing.
Well, it was 150 million in 1800, so it's got to be more than that, right?
A couple billion.
Not a couple. I mean, not quite that many. Okay, so there's about 407 million people living in Europe in 1900 as opposed to 1800. Okay, in America there was in the 1800s there was about the year 1800 there was a little over 5 million people living in America. Okay, how many people do you think were living in America in 1900?
1900, I'm gonna guess a good 700 million.
Wouldn't be that many because there's only like now there's only like 350 million people living in America.
Did you say 1900 America?
Yeah, 1900 America. How many people are living in America
during the 1900s?
Yeah, year 1900.
But
5 million in 1800. So what would it be in 1900?
I'm guessing it exploded like probably 15 million. So around that.
A little more than that.
50 million.
Okay, closer. Okay, so about 76, a little over 76 million people living in America in the 1900s.
Thanks, Obama.
And 76 plus million. All right. And then and just kind of a sad story, but I got to mention it. Native American population in 1800, because we're big Native American history fans on the show. About 600,000 Native Americans living in the North America in the 1800s. By 1900, there was only 200 to 300,000. So it's over 50% like decline for Native Americans.
I actually believe there are more Native Americans alive today than there were back then.
Well, it's fine because colonialism is the reason you're speaking English right now.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so in the early 1800s, we're almost done, I promise. Okay, in the early 1800s, a Parisian Romantic era trend established the construction of garden cemeteries, a landscape with pathways, rustic vistas, and winding avenues. And monuments went from ghoulish figures and horrific depictions of Judgment Day that kind of took place in the Gothic era, which is I think like the 1200s to the 1600s.
While you're speaking about that, the intro sequence to Terminator 2 Judgment Day is right between us.
Oh yeah,
where she's on the chain link fence getting nuked.
Yeah, great movie. I love the movie, by the way.
Love it.
And the sculptors went from that to nature scenes loved by people of the Victorian and Romantic era. Large gilded towering monuments were popular in this period as well. Even the term cemetery, which means a place of repose, connotes a transition to a place of rest rather than a place of feared retribution and judgment, or graveyards of the past, and kind of like with a more kind of Gothic art style, right? And the U.S. adopted a version of this model. The dead began to be buried not on the outskirts of town or in a churchyard, but instead in special districted plots of land designated specifically for cemeteries. The dead were moved so that areas around cities could be used for commercial expansion and development. So you could find private businesses that would run a cemetery. You could find churches ran them, and also like even the state ran them. Like they would have like their own like a military like a military like cemetery. Modern cemeteries focus more on the idea of remembering your loved ones' memories at a memorial park with lots of trees and plants and well-kept grounds, rather than the idea of building a large or ornate headstone or monument erected in their honor. That was like popular in the 1800s, right? Because you wanted to build them like a big, massive, like stone structure or like a fancy pants mausoleum for in their honor. But that fell out of favor and started in kind of like in the 1900s. Most gravestones now are flat so that the grounds can be landscaped and maintained properly. Okay, and in the course of the Romantic era or the Victorian era was like refers to the period of rule during Queen Victoria's reign from about 1837 to 1901. I mentioned that we got our idea from like a Parisian model. They had their own romantic period, but it was later in the 1800s, and it wasn't. They didn't have Victorian values because France and England don't get along very well. So interesting fact: modern embalming techniques started about the time of the Civil War, when different chemicals were used to preserve soldiers' bodies that needed to be transported.
Just seeing if Shrek glows under UV light.
I'm sure he does.
He does on this angle. It doesn't show up on the camera very well.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So when do you guys think RIP started?
I'm not going to look. I'm going to
19th century.
19th century. Okay.
I'm going to say specifically 1856.
Okay. So when you see a graveyard and a cartoon, right, and you see the RIP, well, where the hell does that come from? Okay. So the phrase RIP, which is Latin for requiescat in pace. I mean, I know I butchered the Latin there. Goose, you could put the real Latin here, like AI translation of it.
Literally, it was just that busty snake woman on the finger again. So.
Have her holding the real translation of Latin. Okay. Or rest in peace, right? In English. It started appearing on Christian tombs around the 5th century, CE or AD, whatever you prefer. I prefer AD. Becoming common on headstones in the 18th century and ubiquitous in our culture, or like really like everywhere in our culture and established and kind of like a trope by the 19th century.
My favorite is when people are like RIP in peace, man. It's like rest in peace and peace.
Rest in peace, peace. Yeah, you want the peace to rest in peace. Mm-hmm. So, question: what percentage of Americans do you guys think today are cremated?
I looked at the answer on accident, so go ahead.
85%.
Not too far off, Pallet. So it's about 60% of Americans choose to be cremated today rather than buried, and that's projected to go up.
Well, those
it's cheaper overall.
Those tombstones and the coffins are expensive as well.
Yeah, it's cheaper overall. Also, cremate me, mix my ashes into a 3D printer, and print a giant. And then that was blurred, and there's a beep there, so you can infer.
No, when we all die, we're being put into a golden monkey statue.
Perfect.
Okay, so now we're getting to the nitty gritty end here, fellas. Okay, so what do you guys think about the burials of the future? The future. Okay, so in the future, there might be burials in space. So you might, I mean, I don't know how they're going to make money off this because it's expensive as hell to send a rocket to space. But I guess if you could load a rocket up with enough, cremated urns, you can make money.
Hasn't only one person ever died in space?
I think several people have died in space.
Nice.
I mean, with the Challenger mission, some of the early...
That's not in space, though.
Well, but
that's on the way to
some
space.
of the early Apollo missions, I think, had deaths in space, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong about that, but...
Hold on. We have technology. Hey, Siri.
A couple monkeys have died.
How many...
Pioneer monkeys have died in space. It's very sad.
Many humans have died in space?
While there calls with death in... No one has died in space. Space agents take every precaution for the safety of their assets.
Why is it cutting
And
out?
as a result...
It says no one has actually officially
What about
died.
the Challenger?
Challenger wasn't in space. It was still in the atmosphere when it blew up.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, people have died heading to space, right?
New viral TikTok challenge. Be the first to die in space. Hashtag Fatallunch podcast. Watch me die in space. Continue.
So yeah, burials in space, maybe a thing of the future. Who knows? Also, there's an article about this. I didn't really go too deep into it, but like graves in the future might be digital or holographic, and you could have like a digital or like holographic tombstone, or you could see like a holograph of like your grandpa fishing or playing golf or something.
So they already have it. There's this thing that Howie Mandel, the comedian, invested in, where you can make a complete likeness of yourself and it walks around in a 3D space inside of a box. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And there's a few AI companies that are working on a AI powered interactive version of your loved ones that you can talk to. So maybe like, you know, your ground, like it learns how like kind of a mixed bag because of like data collection. And we don't like data collection. We don't like our government spying on us and stuff.
Also, aren't you supposed to let people go?
Well, the idea is like
how are you can ever get over your grief if you constantly talk to that person?
But some people want like if like you could have like one of your loved ones, like if AI learns enough about how they think about the world and like their idea set and like what they value, it can kind of like it can use AI to generate like what they would say to you, say to you in the future. So you can maybe like, I don't know, 10 years after your mom passes, like AI knows enough about how your mom felt about things that she could give you advice, or you could ask her questions, or that you could have a conversation with her or something like that.
Still weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but maybe that helps some people. I don't know, you know. So yeah, so there's some AI companies working on that. I didn't look too much into that, but there's articles online. You can look up about like those companies doing that. All right. And the last section, spooky cemeteries. Okay. So the problem with spooky cemeteries is I looked this up. A number of them, weren't super interesting. Because
ghosts aren't real.
Well,
I mean, that's just the fact.
I definitely disagree with you on that one. But a number of haunted cemeteries I looked up weren't really all that interesting. Like people would go to a haunted cemetery and they'd say, "Oh, I heard kids laughing," and there were no kids there, and I felt a little weird or a little uneasy, or like, "Oh, there was a like there I saw a woman in white was there walking, and then she walked away and disappeared," and I thought that made me feel a little bit weird. They're like I was playing basketball with my buddy, and like Kobe showed up and played horse with us for like half an hour.
Basketball in a cemetery.
And then well, I mean like you were in a park or something, and like Kobe showed up and you played basketball with him. And then you invited Kobe to go to Burger King with you after your game of horse, and then he disappeared and he wasn't there. But there was a cemetery across the street. I don't know, that was a joke. It kind of fell flat, but
Kobe was like, "Hey, let's go play basketball over there. Hop in my helicopter."
So yeah, or like there was.
Oh my god!
There was an old man. There was a shadow. There was kind of like a dim image of an old man walking around, and it made me feel uncomfortable. So I heard like whispering or talking. That's kind of all people report in cemeteries. There's like a gnarly cryptid that shows up and like rips the hood off the vehicle of your car and like snarls everywhere and then jumps into another dimension.
We have a cemetery cryptid. It's that dude who dug up 100 bodies and put them in his house.
Yeah.
Look up that article. We don't have to read it, but just Google guy with 100 corpses found in his house.
Is it Ed Gein?
No, this is recent. The guy was caught like day before yesterday.
So I didn't want to look too much into like kind of like haunted cemeteries. I didn't think they were like all like they're kind of a little too generic. But anyways, I made a couple notes on some haunted cemeteries, and then we'll end the show on that. There's a number of very haunted cemeteries in the U.S. One of the most haunted one is the St. Louis Cemetery in New Orleans. A lot of people think
show us a picture of this guy. Go to images. I know he's got a mugshot. Okay, it's none of those guys. Whatever. Joke fell flat. Anyway, recently in the news, as of recording this, second week of January 2026, some young guy was found to have like 100 remains of humans in his house.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And that's the cemetery cryptid. That was the joke I was making.
Yeah, and of course New Orleans is thought, like the St. Louis Cemetery is thought to be one of the most haunted. Okay. But and of course the coolest name for a cemetery is, of course, we all know it's not open to debate, is Boot Hill from the Old West, right? And the reason the Boot Hill Cemetery, the Boot Hill one, is located in Tucson, Arizona, and several Old West legends are buried there. I think like the guys who were killed at the OK Corral are buried there. Like Doc Holliday might be buried there, and I don't remember who else is buried there. We got Pat look it up if we're interested. But there's in the Old West, there's several. There's not just one like Boot Hill Cemetery. There's several of them, and the term Boot Hill comes from like the Old West name for a cemetery where it's a legend that those who were buried at a Boot Hill Cemetery died from very violent and unnatural causes, and when their bodies were interned, these individuals who lived by the sword, right? And what happens to those people who live by the sword? they still had their boots on when they were killed or bushwhacked or when they died in a bank robbery or whatever. And instead of passing away peacefully in your bed, you know, or around family members, they
Just
still
like
had
the old rule at a house party: don't fall asleep with your shoes on.
Yeah,
you gonna get fucked with.
So everyone who was like murdered in like a gambling dispute or like over a bar fight or something, they still had their in like our stagecoach robbery, they still had their boots on. So that's what they called it, boot hill cemeteries. And and cemeteries are usually on a hill of some type. There's lots of hills in the Old West, right? And so that's what it was called. It was called Boot Hill. But the OG one is in Tucson, Arizona, and it's said to be very, very haunted. And I wanted to do a little more on the Old West. And because it is interesting, some of the grave practices in the Old West, but I skipped it just to make time because we've already gone over a little too long. So, and that's all I got on the subject, fellas. You got any other comments?
Thank you, Will. It was a great presentation. No, it was pretty comprehensive. I'm gonna cut around to make it a little more linear. We took a couple tangents, but no, that was great. Yeah, you guys have any questions about cemeteries? I'll link his sources nowhere. Here's that busty bitch. And
I got some questions about the Minoan snake goddess and the thick Minoan snake goddess.
Yeah, so it was pretty comprehensive. I liked it. What did you think over there, Palette?
It was good.
I think I'm gonna make us a single. It's not gonna be a double. It's just gonna be a nice hefty one.
How long have we gone, Palette?
3 hours.
We have to
there's a lot of dead air though.
We have to take a half hour off for when we started and had the problems.
Like another half hour
for the break. Yeah, so it's still gonna be I'm gonna have to start editing this one soon. But we're gonna get out of here with this like we always do. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Comment.
We're gonna recreate our best
comment. Just comment anything down below. Also email us fatallunchpodcast@gmail.com. Fatallunch on all of our platforms. You can email us anything. I'm thinking about opening a voice message line so people can call in. We can listen to voice messages.
I want Kenneth to call in the show, or like all of our social media friends.
Yeah, I heard you guys were talking some shit.
No, Kenneth, not you, Kenneth. The Kenneth we donated money to today. Wait a minute, we donated to Copeland also. Which Kenneth are we talking about? We're talking about the homeless.
Okay, so your priorities are on another Copeland now.
No, it's not that. It's not that, Kenneth. We love you. Praise be Kenneth and all of his Lamborghini expeditions.
Yeah, keep it that way.
You missed him, Pallet.
God damn it.
So, okay, do we know where we can... Okay, go to episode 2.5.
All right.
We'll be back. We're going to recreate one of our classics just for fun.
Oh, yeah. Good. My brain's shot. I can't even come up with lyrics right now.
Yeah. Face flies versus skin jars. One of the Fatallunch episodes.
If you haven't seen that episode, I mean, it's a little dated, but the content is great. So you guys should go back and watch it.
Thor and monkey.
And monkey.
This is Thor. All the Avengers are here. We got monkey.
Put that up on the screen so they can see it. What we used to look like.
Shameless
Indian name. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
I was gonna do it. You almost.
Oh yeah, I didn't even show my face yet.
Do it. King the Kong. Okay.
Going to fly. Okay.
We're gonna get him on the pod soon. By the way, that's Dude Rios. Look at us. We look like we're live from Guantanamo Bay.
Flies on my face.
We're still live from Guantanamo Bay.
It's Allison Chain.
One.
I got.
What you can do is go to where the song actually plays. Minimize the window, so it's small.
All I got is a Gatorade. BJ, help me out with some of these lyrics.
Wait, I want to hear us construct the shit.
14. The world is ending. Oh, yo, dog.
Wait, you know what I can do? Hold on, pause it and go back to it.
Kid, I was about to hear this. What?
I'm gonna have us read the lyrics into here, so I don't have to type them out.
And monkey.
Let's see.
And monkey.
Yes, we got monkey back. All right, let's just play our version now. So what we did was we had this freaking song from episode 2.5, Face Flies or Skin Jar, which was technically, I think, episode 3 that we did. And we went through and we transcribed the lyrics for this song. Same style, but it's Suno 2 years later. So let's see if it sounds different. So I'll play the first one and then we'll fade out with the second one. Thank you for watching the Fatallunch podcast. We truly do love you. We will see you next time. And remember, if you're going to train surf, do it while you're high on meth. Those are Will's words. sicko banjo.
Yo, dog, it's 1940-14. The world is ending, I'd be ascending to the afterlife.
Album art.
The Garden of Eden being made, but all I got is a Gatorade to help me out with some of these lyrics. I got flies on my face, eating skin in a jar. I got to go to India and eat at a restaurant. But first stop by a street and get this gooey sweet treat drink. We have three fascinating character, Hulk, Thor, and Monkey. I can't really remember everything we spoke about today, but it was a good episode. I think we had a lot of fun. We talked about Stinky Cheese Man, make it a rhyme about Stinky Cheese Man, Stinky Cheese Man. He don't smell like ham, he smells like Stinky Cheese Man. That's crazy perfect anyway. Thank you for listening to the podcast.
I don't know if I like it as much as the first one.
Yeah.
All right, this is the second one.
Good dog.
So we'll start.
First
this.
one's better.
We'll
The old school one.
The original's
look at the album art. It's got a Hulk.
Where's Monkey?
There's no monkey, but they got Gatorade. There's an actual Gatorade product in it. Oh, there's Monkey right there in the bottom corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got a Hulk, Thor, and Monkey. And they're drinking Gatorade. Album art right here. It's pretty funny.
We'll see you later, guys.
We'll see you later. We're going to fade out with this one again. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Join us. Next week, we actually have our first guest. We have our first guest, and it is Stacy Keebler.
Oh, nice.
So tune in next week to watch Stacy Keebler's Bazoonga Lady. Bye.
Oh, dog, it's 1940-14. The world is ending, I'd be ascending to the afterlife. The Garden of Eden being made, but all I got is a Gatorade to help me out with some of these lyrics. I got flies on my face, eating skin in a jar. I got to go to India and eat at a restaurant, but first stop by a street and get this gooey sweet treat drink. We have three fascinating characters, Hulk, Thor, and Monkey. I can't really remember everything we spoke about today, but it was a good episode. I think we had a lot of fun. We talked about Stinky Cheese Man, make it a rhyme about Stinky Cheese Man, Stinky Cheese Man. He don't smell like ham, he smells like Stinky Cheese Man. That's crazy perfect anyway. Thank you for listening to the podcast.